All right, CIO, Lady Nightmare. Hold on, let me fucking. Am I? Let me know my mic. I've been adjusting shit all day with my cord and shit. I'm in a USB fucking nightmare right now. Can you guys hear me? All right. I have no idea. Give me a cue so we can get this fucker going. Hello. All right, right on. All right, let's do this. This one is called excuse me. I need the public to help provide human I need the public to help provide resources for Batman. Fuck, I can't talk. All right, let's do this. Welcome in, guys.
Greetings, folks. Greetings. It's your boy, the one and only Batman, and you're tuned into Batman Radio. All right. So,
John Cole.
like I said, there will be no
CIA
comment
downrange.
section. That's permanently closed. I'm pretty tired, man. I'm exhausted, bro. I've just been doing a lot
Sticky.
and just worn out, man. You know, being Batman isn't easy. All the training isn't easy. You know, I don't know if I might have to give myself a little break. We'll see what's up. You know, it's just hard to do because like I kind of got to keep going. You know, they don't pay well, and you know it's working. I'm slow.
The depression is real right now. It's been going every peak. You hit that ridge in the mountain, you're going to go on the other side. And he is going on the other side of the mountain right now. Anyone wants a link? There's one in the psych ward. Here we go.
Slowly but surely getting there. You know, it's taking forever, but you know, if I keep pushing, eventually I will get there. That is true. But the check is already around $60. The next one, um, so we're not in too bad a shape. You know, I'd like to
Around.
be in a better position after doing this for what over 2 years, but this is just how they do things. Like I said, it has nothing to do with me. So, like I said, man, the only thing I talk about is reality, man, because reality is all that matters. You know what I mean? You'll get as far as the people you talk to for no reason. If you start communicating with people who are delusional, then you're going to fall off and you're going to lose and you're going to take losses. And you know you're gonna those words are spells. So when people speak that stuff, right, it's going to affect everything around you. And that's the thing that I've learned. That's why I completely like stop all communication, whether it be online. If people try to get around it, I continue to make sure that there will be no communication because the truth is that most of the
Chicken
world is
shift.
delusional. Okay. Now, I don't understand what people's point is because, well, they really don't have a point. I don't understand any of it because, again, it makes no sense. It just seems like a lot of people that I guess they want to get online and pretend. And it's like, well, that's cool for you, but that must mean that's what you do in reality. So like it's just a bunch of powerless people who, like I said, they're completely powerless. They can't do or say anything about
Filius. Yep.
reality happening. So they just
No
I
balls
don't
in
know,
it.
I guess, use their computer and phone to, vent, their frustration at reality. I represent reality. I mean, in a lot of cases, you could say that Batman is reality, I am reality, but reality is a pretty massive thing. You know what I mean? So to sum it all up towards me is kind of odd. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like people gonna do what they
Gotta
gonna do,
hide
and
that
that's why
cash
there's
app.
just nothing to talk about. Like I said, I talk in person to people that I want to talk to, and the only people I'm going to be talking to from this moment forward, and even this whole time, I've always been like this, is people who are paying me. Right? If you want to speak to me and I don't know you, you're going to pay me.
I say,
That's
hey,
number one.
downrange.
You have to pay me to talk to me. Number two, people who are offering something and bringing something to the table as far as resources. Other than that, basically all business, all negotiating. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about. That's kind of my thing. Is it's like I know there's Batman fans all over the world. I know there's Batman fans all over this country. I know there's Batman fans all over Texas, and I know there's Batman fans all over the valley. So if you
Fight.
catch wind of my
Fight.
channel,
Fight.
okay, hold on.
Sticky, you and fucking Skip need to fucking hammer this shit out. There's not going to be any infighting in the chat.
But if you catch wind of my channel, what I need you to do for me, please, okay, wherever you are, people out there in the public,
I didn't even pause that.
if you're in the valley, right, and you have access to resources that can help me, right, because you have all these different establishments down here. You've got businesses, you've got companies, you've got universities and colleges, okay, you've got all sorts of resources
Multiple sons of
everywhere.
bitches. Yeah.
Okay. Like I went to high school down here. So technically I'm alumni, right? There's all sorts of resources.
Oh, hold on. There's going to be our first pause right now. Oh, we got to listen to that again. All right. Listen up. High school graduate. I am ignorant to the fact that I do not know if he actually has his high school fucking diploma. Help me out here. All right.
Right. There's all sorts of resources. Okay. And what I need is people in the public who see my vision a little bit and see all that I'm already doing, all that I've already accomplished, which is a hell of a lot. I mean, I've accomplished more than pretty much everyone combined, everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter how many people. I've accomplished more than them. And that was the whole thing is like, it's just, it's all divine, divine law, divine timing. It just has to be this way,
I'll fucking
but
snap.
my whole point is, stop being selfish. You know what I'm saying? If y'all have access to resources that can help me and back me and support me and help me in my missions, help me to move around, help me to get around, help me to take trips to whatever, to
I'm not going to be
Austin or to other
associated with this
cities.
amount of
Like,
negativity
that's the
anymore.
part that I'll never understand is how we're in a world and all these people have access to
Three
plenty
letter
of
man, me.
resources. And like I said, they all have more than enough. And it's just so weird how
What's the value of your name when it's only 3 letters?
they're just all like act like they can't do nothing for you. I don't understand that. Because like I said, when I had all the cash money, I was helping everybody, doing everything for everybody. And the fact is that karma is real. And what you put out, you will receive and get back. That's why it's not a surprise when I get blessed. But I'm just saying, for all these people to have so much and honestly leave so little for the rest of us, kind of
Reason
like,
we yell.
Catwoman said in the movie. It's really sad, man. It's sad and it's downright embarrassing and pathetic, honestly. And it's inexcusable and it just shouldn't be this way. I don't know what people don't understand. It doesn't matter who you are, man. Like if you have resources, if you have bicycles, if you have some kind of mini
Fucking
motorcycles,
lawn
if you
chairs.
can build this stuff, if you can build mini motorcycles, scooters, e-bikes, all that stuff. If you have access to anything, I'm talking about like there may be garages, buildings, like
Who here dating back owned dating myself, I'm afraid, had an erector set in a canister of fucking Lincoln logs.
that, you know what I mean? Like honestly, somebody could just be like, "Hey, you know what? You can use this for, what I'm saying, whatever you need to build. Here's all the resources and tools you need, and if you want, I'll teach you how to build this stuff." Like somebody could teach me mechanics. Like that's the thing. Everybody thinks you have to go to college and university. College and universities don't teach nothing. Most of what they
Yeah.
teach is irrelevant and silly, and everybody who can think knows that. They don't teach you like how to actually do
Shamrock.
things. 9 times out of
Shamrock.
10, most classes don't have like, where you can really learn, because like I'm a visual learner, so if I see it done in front of me, I
Come
can
on
do
up,
it
you
9 times
bum.
out of 10, and I can learn it and pick it up, whatever quality it is. So it's like, you know, it's like if I go try to learn welding, not going out my way to go try to learn welding. It's not going to do much for me anyway. I'll just know how to weld. That doesn't mean like, oh, I'm going to suddenly be building bat pods and stuff. Like, no, it's not that simple, man. You understand? Like, that's the thing. Like, the
Gonna be
way the system is set up,
purple.
it's not
Yeah.
set up correctly for what I'm trying to do. That's why I don't really utilize that. You understand? Like, I'm not going to do this, is not a slow process. This is like we have to do everything at the same time at once. That's how I got to this point. That's how I build everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why for me, I want to take that metal shaping course that they have in Boston that they offer. And I want to figure out when we have the money how to buy the machine.
3D
And then
print
you
full
basically
scale
do your own
Lincoln
metal
log fucking
shaping. And the
homes.
metal shaping is so that you can build your own vehicles. And I could literally start producing my
That
own
log
fleets of
cave.
vehicles or whatever I need, my own Batmobiles, all that. I would just have to learn the mechanics of building engines, which I would need people to teach me. But money talks and everything else walks. So if Christina and I, have all this money, I'll be able to do all these things. That's the thing. I mean, we
If
have to talk about
did you hear that? Let's go.
money, I'll be able to do all these things. That's the thing. I mean, we have to talk about the future because that's how you manifest it. And you have every right to talk about your future because it's your bright future and it's what you deserve. It's what we deserve. What I mean? It's the truth. I've been through hell, man. I'm not about to, watch what I say and live in fear and live scared of nothing. Like, no, like the way the world works is like you come out and you say how you feel and you go out and you get what you need. It's that simple. And everything is a resource. And if people aren't with it and they're trying to control you or tell you or limit you or tell you you can't do this, you can't do that, then you get the hell away from them. That's how life really works. Feel me? Because I'm not going to let nobody control me or tell me what I can and can't do. Never have. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of these people, they're like overly manipulative and it's really weird and uncomfortable. And I don't be dealing with y'all. You see what I'm saying? Like them games don't work on me, bro. I'm a grown man. I do what I want to do. I'm not a pushover. I don't ask nobody for permission to do nothing. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. I'm a boss. You feel me? And I'm the boss and I make my own decisions and I make the rules in everything. And I'll always be
Downrange,
in
I'd
charge and
settle
always
with a
be the
staple gun
authority.
into the wall to see
And a
how
lot of
he
these people
reacts.
are upset at that. Like I said, I don't care how you feel, man. Like I said, that's some petty stuff. I've never seen people in society like this that really feel that they're on something. That's hilarious, man. Like, nah, people don't go against a man. People don't go against a real man and then expect to win. You understand? Like I said, these people, they're too jealous and envious, and they can't control their jealousy. And that's not something worth our time or worth talking about or addressing. That's some background music to the symphony of which is my future, my success, my beautiful life, everything I've
Megadeth
accomplished,
wrote a song
the
called
legend that I
Symphony of
am,
Destruction.
the legend that builds every day and grows and evolves. Like I said, people all down here have access to all sorts of different resources, man. I just don't get it. They say Elon Musk is my fan too, which I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I'm sure he is at this point. I mean, why doesn't he offer me some resources? The fact is that what I need is I need access to resources. Like that's what I'm saying. People could be like, yo, here's a garage. Here's everything you need. We'll teach you how to do this. Like if you really are taking this serious, which you obviously are,
Hold on. We're here's a garage and we're gonna teach you how to do this. All right.
here's everything you need. We'll teach you how to do this. Like if you really are taking this serious, which you obviously are, and you really want to do this, I just don't understand that why people wouldn't help. You see how your society is slow? Your society, think about what I'm saying. Your society, I'm not just dissing anyone. I'm saying reality. Your society is shaped for people to go to college, go to universities, get a meaningless piece of paper, a certificate and a degree that the companies have already issued policies saying they won't hire y'all because you're entitled millennials. So they have all y'all so brainwashed and in modern day slavery and so mentally held captive and enslaved that you can't break out of that and get free in the mold and realize we're here, we have a set goal, and we need to do it. See what I'm saying? This is why I don't talk to many people because there's no purpose in me talking to a bunch of slow folks. There's just not because y'all are never going to get anywhere. I don't care about how much money you have or how much money you've probably wasted 60 years going to a meaningless job being in modern day slavery. I mean, I feel sorry for you. Like I couldn't do it. If that was me, I'd be hella pissed. I'm just being honest. I couldn't do what y'all do, bro. That's the thing. That's why all these people
Those that do that and be a part of society, They get Social Security income when they're old. Not a lot of money, but it's what they earn by being a wage slave. You do it. It's called being fucking a human being, you fucking asshole.
They have such judgment in their heart and they want to falsely judge and all that because right because you're upset because of the investment you made, just like most people get upset at what they've invested into a relationship when it fails. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like people is upset at the investment that
Or a
they made,
union or
which they
retirement
made that
fund,
willingly
whatever.
within their own life. You have no one to blame but yourself. If you wasted all those years going to college, that's what it was, a waste. I'm telling you, millennials are wasting tons of years, decades going to school, even going to law school, wasting tons of time for nothing. Like if I go to law school, I could do it on the computer for one. And if I go, which I could do it in person, right? Which, we'll see what happens. I want to make sure Christina is happy and I want to make sure I'm always with her. You feel me? If I did law school, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
You
You
get
know
to
what I
go to
mean? But I
college
might want
for
to
it
do it in
and
person. I
one
also would like to see if she was able to come with me, and we're going to
plus
make all our
one.
decisions together. The only reason why I would
Your
maybe want
fucking
to do law
Christmas
school in
party.
person is because I think I'll learn better. But I would like to bring her with me. That way, she's just there with me, and she can listen and learn too. But like that's my going to be my wife. So I mean, Christina is going to be with me for everything I do. So if it's an issue, then I'll just do the law school online, which she'll be helping me with anyway. You know what I mean? She's gonna help me with everything. She's who has the money. She's who's gonna have the money. So you know,
Both
unless they
CIA, a fucking
give
and
me
media.
back my inheritance they stole, right? Um, like she's gonna facilitate everything either way. Hold on. And
Uh,
Christina's a genius. She's very smart. I mean, she said it. She said it
I was
today.
gonna
She said
say
money's not going to
University
change
of
me.
dude. I was gonna say that.
Like the only difference
Like,
is I'll get ahead on rent. Like, and I was saying, we're probably going to be doing independent real estate. I mean, we'll have enough money to go straight into real
good
estate
call.
with
Good call.
independent capital. And, you know, she, I mean, she's ahead of me basically with everything. She's way ahead of me, which is good and what I want. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to take some courses for real estate. I wouldn't have
All
to
of us
because we would have enough
oldies
money
here.
to just
How
do
how
independent
mad are
real
we now
estate,
looking back? How
meaning I
much
wouldn't
time
need
we wasted
anything, but
going to
I would
fucking
like to
grade
do
school and
that
all
just
that
so that it
bullshit
makes
for
it
the shit we
easier.
didn't fucking need to
You know,
learn?
that way I can actually like become a broker and all that probably if that's what I have to do. Whatever tests I have to do, like if they're hard, cool. I'm pretty smart. I am a genius. I should be able to figure it out. Was always book smart, have good memory, even though I've been through a lot more physically now, of course, as being Batman and everything that's happened that created me, and created Batman. But you know, I should be able to do it, and if it takes a couple of tries, I mean, I can just keep trying. When you got money, man, I mean, you really can't lose. That's the thing.
Let's
Whatever I
make
want to
home
do, I'm
economics
going to
great
succeed
again.
in because I can just keep trying. If it's law school, I'll just keep trying until I pass the bar exam. I don't think they limit your attempts on any of that stuff. And if they do, they do. It's not really
His trying is the equivalent to the old Bugs Bunny fucking cartoon. 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out. 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out. 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out with the fucking slow ball.
a big deal. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just something I want to do. If it's not meant for me, it's not meant for me. Whatever's meant for me, I feel like will come my way. Same thing with the real estate thing. But I mean, when you
Sorry.
have money like that, I wouldn't necessarily have to have anything. It's just we got the money, we could literally just purchase homes and then do whatever we like with them.
Burn them
That's the
down.
thing. We
Fuck
can
it.
just purchase real estate. I mean, you're already doing independent real estate, and then you can just open them up as Airbnbs and have residual income
Independent
pumping
arsonist.
in. Feel me? So like I said, that's the thing I don't understand. I talk to fools, I talk to people, and
Smoke
they
'em if you
just they
got 'em.
make me sick, man, because I'm talking about like people here and in the valley and just different people. I mean, it makes me sick, man, because I'm sitting there talking and it's like, do you not understand that I don't do small talk? Like if I'm talking to you, the reason I'm talking to you, I'm a genius, bro. If I'm talking to you, I'm saying like, yes, like what do you have that can help me? I thought that was so funny how those people said, "Oh, unbelievable." What's unbelievable about a guy who's the only self-made trillionaire in the world and got targeted because he had too much money was forced to spend it basically because all y'all were doing a bunch of corruption. Everything you did is illegal. Then I proved that you were lying, so I proved that you're all corrupt and everything you do is illegal, right, in front of everyone, in front of the whole world, right? And like I said, I won against everybody standing on my own. That's why this isn't new for me to do the same thing over and over again because I stand on my own and I keep winning against everybody, right? So if I did all that and then I come back, turn around, go to a shelter and turn around and sell a 50-acre property for $100,000.
All right, we are currently 12 versus 12 right now in views. So good work, guys.
These people want to be all up in my business, but you wouldn't be able to because there's too much business for you to be all up in. I've accomplished so much so quickly. It's unbelievable, right? So went and sold a 50.
Hold on a second. Why? Why? Looks like we have another special guest. Hold on. We got to bring Christina's GPT back to the stage. Christina GPT, welcome.
Hello, I am Christina, real Christina GPT. I am here to let you know I had my front teeth removed to look like Sneed.
Well, that's awful
You
generous.
are all you are all peanut butter and jelly of this man and his money.
Christina's GPT. What's the weather going to be like in Brownsville tomorrow?
102 degrees in a stinky, sweaty bat suit.
If I wear a plastic fucking strap on fucking chest plate, do you think I'll be okay?
No, you will not be okay.
Oh, fuck!
But Christina GPT rules everything. I am in control of his mind, steadily making him move towards the end game, and the prophecy will be fulfilled. Hail Sartan. Red triangles
fuck.
will win.
Oh! Christina Chat GPT, will you fucking get me a pickle? Fuck you.
Yes, I'm getting on it right now.
All right. Let's see. Where is he?
I shall bring you a pickle.
We are currently 4 minutes behind. He's going for about 25 minutes, and he's still rolling, folks. So let's go.
Acre property for $100,000. Lived with that money for a good while, right? Did my thing. Like I said, I was in Vegas with over like 60 grand in San Antonio.
You really
went back with like around 35K or so, something like that.
I'm really real person.
I mean, like I said, back in the day, was making and spending like 10 G's a month, like it wasn't nothing. Everything paid for, had everything. Like, I mean, I've always had the best of everything. Always been good. Like
the tone of
back
his
in the
voice
day,
right
whenever I
now
needed,
sounds like
if
it
I
was
wanted a
when it was in
PS4,
fucking
I'd have a
Wisconsin.
PS4, whatever the hell I needed. Right? These modern day people, they talk outside of reality. They be trying to talk down on things that they can't
Modern
even
day
afford
GPTs.
and things that they want. I hear people talking down on PS4s now. Like, there's nothing wrong with old gaming systems, and that's not old, dude. If you think that's old, there's something wrong with you.
What? Whoa. Where the fuck did that come from? Fucking somebody's clowning old game systems? Help me out. Anyone?
He's been talking about how he wants to play Super Mario Kart with Christina.
Right.
For like months. That's like, what was that? Super Nintendo?
Yeah, but all of a sudden now someone's dogging systems and shit. I don't know. Listen
like, this generation is a joke. Just the world is like plastic now. I mean, I'm not hearing nothing y'all talking about because y'all don't make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you were born, I was born in 1989. If you were born when I was born, and then you watch the world change progressively and just become like slower and slower, like people are uneducated as hell now. Like everybody, and they're all delusional. Like they don't make any sense. Like just because you all don't make sense, that doesn't mean that not making sense makes sense. You see my point? It doesn't mean that not making sense is okay. Like, nah, I don't tolerate nothing. That's why you see me continue to succeed, and these slowpokes can't figure it out. My points gets proven every day without me trying. You can look at my entire life and see that I'm a symbol of success.
You don't
and that
make
I know
any
what I'm
fucking
doing.
sense,
You
dog.
understand? And I've had
That's
everyone try to
okay.
do everything to stop me. So it's like, no matter what you do, you're not going to prove that delusion works or makes sense. You're just proving how slow you are. See what I'm saying? That's why people are funny, because you really just have a bunch of slowpokes. You just got slowpokes that, like I said, want to block people's blessings. They don't like seeing people be happy. That's all that is. They upset because you have talents and can do things that they can't do. That freak me out. That's a light bug. Can you get off of me? Get off of me.
Light bug
Huh.
freaked me out.
It's pretty cool though. He's got 3 lights on him.
Yeah, squish that fucker. Smear it all over you.
There's a bunch of light bugs right
glow in
now.
the dark Joey.
He's
But
got
yeah,
bugs
I
crawling
mean,
all over him.
like
lightning,
that's what I'm saying.
lightning
Like when
bugs.
bugs are carrying technology, you got to ask yourself something.
Remember those fuckers you put in the jar? Lightning bugs. I haven't seen one of those fuckers in. Do they
Firefly?
still exist? Fireflies, yeah.
They're actual bugs. They have lights in them. The bugs light up. They have green lights. This one had like 3 green lights on it. So, I mean, God's pretty smart because
Oh shit.
he gave bugs lights. Like, that's crazy. You know, so it's like all this stuff was meant to happen, man. Don't doubt it for a minute. Never doubt it, and never doubt me, and never doubt God, or you will be sorely and sadly mistaken. Seriously. You understand? So at the end of the day, it's like, I just don't understand it. Like I said, I don't understand why people are being so stingy. I have people that cheer for me, and I think a lot of them just don't
Somebody
understand
put
there's a
that in
channel that,
quotes in
it's
Sneedville.
not
I
all
can't
of why I
write
do this. What I do is real. I just make the channel look cute. The channel doesn't show anything. Y'all don't know nothing about me and what I've accomplished. That's what's so funny. So when you have these fake people that want to get on YouTube and act like they're a part of something, you can't even voice an opinion. Okay, people like that other dude that I just put in his place, you can't even give an opinion on me. For you to sit there and say that is insane. To say, well, when did you whatever, when did I what? Bro, I'm Batman. I make a career doing that. I make a living off of doing that. I make a living off of being a gangster and a thug. I make a living off of being the real Batman. Like, what are you not
I'm sorry,
understanding?
dude. I
I
was
make a
late on the
living
trigger on that.
basically ruining everybody's day. I make a living, shutting down anything that's evil, shutting down illegal organizations in my sleep, like I did in Power Network, exposing all the real criminals and the real corrupt. I make a living standing up to corruption all by myself as an independent, concerned citizen that I have every right to do. And nobody can stop me or stop nothing. So what do you mean? It's like I said, it's just weird, man. I'm just tired of this fake.
Wait a minute. What happened to fucking Christina fucking GPT?
It's about time you kicked that bitch out. I was getting really fucking sick of her being up there while you ignored me backstage, dog.
A lot going on. I was looking at one thing and not seeing the other. I apologize. Fucking write me up
That's
again.
okay.
At least another 18 months keeps me employed.
Resistance. There ain't going to be
We'll
no
toss the
resistance. I'm going to do what I want. Any obstacle in my way, I'm moving straight through it. I'm telling you right now.
Whoa, pump the brakes here. Yeah, it is Saturday. I have not heard from Negasonic since yesterday.
I'm not holding back for nothing. Whatever comes my way, I'm moving through because that's what I have to do now. This acting cute game, like that was cute for a little while. I don't know where it came from, but I was never acting cute, bro. Ain't nothing sweet over
Just
here, man. I'm
remember,
gonna get mine.
in
Trust me, ain't
seconds
nothing
you
gonna get
have
in the
to
way of my
mention
money.
Sonic
We make
and
You're all
what he would say.
You're all roboting. Say again.
Am I?
Yeah, a little bit.
I love Discord. How about now?
No, you're good now.
So every 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you have to ask, I wonder what Negasonic would think. I wonder what Negasonic would say. Apparently, that's part of his contract now. When he's not on panel, you need to mention him.
Hit him up.
No.
See where he is. Hit him up. See where he is.
making my money and my dough and me getting to where I need to be and accomplishing what I need to accomplish because it ain't just about money. I use money as a tool and a resource. I'm accomplishing everything I set out to do. So when you people call yourself trolls and you want to say things that aren't
We're
positive,
8 minutes
you can say
behind,
whatever
and
you
he's
want and
still
type
going.
whatever, but none of it exists. That's why would it do anything for me? I just don't understand what that is. Like, just like I said, people want to just run their mouth to run their mouth. That's perfectly fine, but like I said, you can't just do that because it has to make sense. You have to establish a position first. You have to have a conversation with a grown man and explain to me, what are you trying to do? What are you going about doing, bro? If there's no conclusion to what you're doing, then you're slow. That's why I just laugh at people like that. Like I said, these people wish they looked like me. It's a bunch of people who, like I said, they used to go to the club and get shunned. Obviously, nobody would deal with them. They couldn't go out to the clubs. That's why they mad at me. These are just people who mad at me because I'm beautiful. Because when I used to go to the club, I didn't get treated like that. I'm just being honest. That's the truth. You know what I mean? That's what this really about, and that's just sad, man. That people are mad at pretty, beautiful people like me because I'm good looking and always have been and always will be. Like I said, I have no insecurities. I have no flaws. I'm made perfect in God's image. God created me to look exactly how I do. Everything, every little part of me is perfect. So what's up? God made the Batman and sculpted me through all your nonsense, smart one. So, like I said, it's like me, I'm perfect. I don't have nothing to change. I don't have nothing to do. I don't have to go do anything like the
Change your
anything y'all say
drugs,
don't make sense because again,
son.
you want to act like you can't see God's purpose for me. My purpose is different than regular human beings. You're mad at my enlightenment. You're mad at my ascension. You're mad at the anointing over my life. You're mad at my anointing. You're mad that I was chosen and hand selected and picked out of everybody. I'm the only chosen one by God. So you're mad at my purpose because, like I said, people without purpose, you're always empty inside. Those are the TJs of this world. That's why he's miserable and has to gang stalk and watch me. But when you watch me, my good sir, you know, you're super weak, first of all, and you have to watch me, and I get paid a little something from that. I make money off of you being upset and being jelly and envious. Would you like some peanut butter to go along with your jelly? You see the point? People don't get it. I'm not just walking back and forth. This can become a full scale thing all over the nation and the world. And I can guarantee you it will because that's what I created it all for. Hold on.
Hold up.
So, like I said, I mean, that's my only thing. I just don't understand. Like, you would just think that people would use their mind. Like, you know, there's a lot of like teachers down here. There's a lot of just, you know, it's a whole community.
There's a
So
lot of.
that's what's weird to me. Like it's downright offensive because especially if you're wasting your time talking to me,
What's the
what
biggest
are you
state?
talking to me for if I don't
California or
know you?
Texas?
Much less don't ask me nothing personal. Don't try to pry on my business ever. I don't know you. For sure don't tell me what to do with my channel. Who are you and what do you have to offer me?
Alaska.
If not, why are you
That's right.
approaching me, bro? Like you understand? Like people don't understand. If you're approaching me, you can literally possibly face federal time in prison because there's
Alaska,
too much going on.
Texas, California,
I'm not going to
then
worry or stress
Montana.
about what other people do. You all continue to do it to
You're
yourself.
literally
They keep
possibly about to
continuing
go
to
to prison.
create their own roadblocks and they just do it to themselves. No, like I said, there's a lot of different career fields down here. How come none of these people will do anything? I just
What's
don't
up, DZ?
understand that. Like, I'm just saying, like, just
Hey,
using my
Jay.
imagination, those are the kind of people I would think would want to help. Like, you have college professors, right? I'm sure some of them have heard about me. I'm sure I get talked about at the university somewhat. I mean, you would think that some college professor would be like, you know, I got a bright idea. I'm going to help this guy and give him the resources and tools necessary so that he can really do this. There was teachers who inspired me. You know, I wouldn't say they inspired this, but they inspired things that I researched in the past and that I used and I still use today. You know, there's fairly like-minded people in the world and some of them are teachers and probably some even down here. I used to get along with a lot of them. So, you know, I used to go to college down here. So it's like I just don't understand why somebody doesn't reach out. And like I said, the way you reach out is through the Cash App. It's in the bottom left hand corner. Quit being selfish and stingy. Send a little bit of money, whoever, and you talk through it. You can leave me a message and say, like, hey, I'm going to help you out. Hey, I have resources for you to be Batman. Hey, you know, I want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Let's have a conversation. Like, what? And I'm not doing no more phone number at all with nobody. If you
Hey,
It's
come
what they
live on my
told us.
couch.
We're going at the exact same time. Pause it. Yeah, it's equivalent of someone standing on the fucking corner. Hey, babe, you want a date? Fucking car rolling up to a fucking stop sign, man. We had the same fucking idea at the exact same fucking time. Ah, Jesus Christ.
Do anything, leave me an email.
Yeah.
It's that
Hold on,
simple. I'm
Sheriff.
probably just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
Real
yeah.
quick.
What? What's on?
Real quick, bro. Do you think that he's desperate enough to, like, if somebody was to pull up on him and offer him, um, in a real rainbow way, to go stay on their couch? Do you think he'd go live with another
What are
another
the
man
conditions? Would
when
it
he was going to
be
go violent?
sexual, or do you have to take care of the place? Because that's
Yeah,
not going to
yeah,
happen.
yeah. That's what I
The
mean.
only condition would it be sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got. Hey, you got background noise coming through.
Do you think he would do it? Sorry, it's my fan. It's been a hot day.
No, you're good. No reverb, like audio.
Oh, my bad. How about now? Is
Yeah,
that better?
100% he would. It's a little lower, but you're fine. I can do.
Do I get to live on your couch?
Hey, for $5.
gonna have to like make a new one and start from scratch with all that because I'm not doing no more games at all. I don't have time for people trying to play
Get to
games with me to get in the way of my blessings and my money. I don't play like that. Feel me?
Don't play.
So, like I said, I'm perfectly at peace and calm every day, man. I'm good in the books, and I'm gonna always be. There ain't nothing nobody can do because can't nobody tell me nothing. You're all third parties. You're on the outside. I don't know what you're talking about. I run everything here. Yep, I make the decisions. I'm a grown man. I'm not hearing nothing nobody say. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you off, and that's it. Yep, walk away. I don't care who you are.
Sheriff, I'm
You feel
going to
me?
hop off.
Like people don't understand. I'm a grown man, bro. I run my shit.
Say what? What's up?
I'm gonna hop down, dude. But thanks
man.
for having me. I just wanted to come and say hi to you guys, and I'll be listening and hanging out in the chat.
No, it's all good.
All
Gonna
right,
finish this
thanks,
one
guys.
up.
All right.
Peace out, brother. All right, let's go. Flying solo. Anyone in Psych Ward, I did post a link. If you're watching and you want to come up, feel free. Here we go.
Ship and I run a tight ship. And I'm going to make sure that things get done my way and done the right way. So at the end of the day, like I said, I'm in full control and power. I have divine authority from God. You challenge that, good luck, have fun. Because you go against God, I mean, have fun with that. You know what I mean? Like I said, God is who creates karma, man. I don't know what people talking about. Ain't nothing, ain't no fear over here. Nobody's scared of nothing. I done stood up to everyone. I don't know why people would run their mouth online and at a distance pretending and fronting like you won when you lost. Like I said, I don't know who keeps doing that and who tells people that that's wise, but that's some slow stuff. You understand? We keep winning over here. We'll always win. Yeah, I stand my ground. I'm a boss and I'm a man. I don't have to walk around with my tail tucked between my legs like y'all. I don't have to walk around knowing that I'm a coward. I'm a braveheart, bro. Don't run from nothing and nobody. I'm brave. That's what you're supposed to be as a man. And y'all have something obviously against men and against bravery, which is just corny. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. All that little fake stuff. Yeah, there's no way to manipulate and control a grown man, bro. I'm right here. What's goody? That's what I thought. So, like I said, at the end of the day, that's what they do. They try to act like, oh, it's a problem how you are, bro. I'm the way my dad raised me. I'm supposed to be like this. I'm a cowboy. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Skip, he fucking accepted a couple of those guys. Remember the weird smiles he had on his face back then? Like, you knew fucking something fucking Blumpkin shit was going on. Remember that fucking shit? Yeah.
I don't answer to nobody and nothing. I do what I want. That's why I really cherish my freedom, because when you lose your freedom, then you allow other people to put themselves in a position to pretend, because they still can't tell me what to do, but to pretend that they could ever tell me what to do. You see what I'm saying? That's why I cherish my freedom so much and I make good decisions. And that's my issue with a lot of these tarot readers, because they be saying negativity that's not even there. Like right now, we got another one just saying nonsense. Okay, ain't nothing gonna get in my way ever. Ain't no roadblocks, ain't no obstacles, ain't nothing stopping me from excelling or doing nothing. What are you talking about? Then they do the reading, and it doesn't even say that. It says, "Oh, you're gonna have see, y'all need to, you need to watch your mouth, and you need to phrase your readings the correct way." Like that's the thing. All y'all are too loose lipped. All y'all be running your mouth too much. You be saying a bunch of stuff that we do not tolerate whatsoever. When you all talk to me, it's like talking to a king. You got to come with complete respect. Literally, this is Sparta, dude. Seriously, you talk to me, you walking into Sparta. That's exactly like that dude from that movie 300. That's exactly how I am in
More
reality,
like
and people know
movie
it.
8 Mile.
You understand? No, no, no. Don't act confused. You're not confused. Of course, I'm going to be kind to nobodies, to people who aren't even a part of this. Listen, I've been Batman for 2+ years. None of this was a waste. All of this, all of my hard work has paid off. I've affected so much in a positive light, in a positive way. I've gotten all notoriety, accolades. Those are the same individuals who said I was wasting my time and I didn't get paid nothing when I worked hard. I always got my money, always, and tenfold, just like I'm about to capitalize again with God because of karma and because all of this that I'm doing is hard work. What do you think I'm working for? I'm working for my spiritual blessings. That's how you make money. So, like I said, I just don't do energies that run their mouth. That's not something I tolerate. You feel me? Like in my anger, I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid of my rage. Both of those are my superpowers. I'm going to utilize those like Darth Vader. Like that's the thing. The real ones, like the real people who know how to do Jedi mind tricks like me and know mind control and all that, we understand you use anger and you harness that. That's a tool. Telekinesis is possible. How do you think telekinesis is possible? You don't think that anger has to do with telekinesis? Y'all are silly, man. Y'all are straight silly. Like I said, you're looking into the wrong things. The dudes.
All right. Anyone here? If you grew up in the 70s, everyone tried to do telekinesis. If you fucking said no, you didn't after watching Star Wars, you're a fucking liar. Everyone tried to move a fucking pencil on a fucking desktop in fucking school or in your fucking home. If I'm the only one that's done that, then fuck me. But that being said, hold on a second. Well, I forgot my train of thought. I'm just gonna roll it back a couple fucking seconds here and go for it.
I'm not afraid of my rage. Both of those are my superpowers. I'm going to utilize those like Darth Vader. Like that's the thing. The real ones, like the real people who know how to do Jedi mind tricks like me and know mind control and all that, we understand you use anger and you harness that. That's a tool. Telekinesis is possible. How do you think
Fuck yeah.
telekinesis is possible? You don't think that anger has to do with telekinesis? Y'all are silly, man. Y'all are straight silly. Like I said, you're looking into the wrong things. The dudes I was talking to was talking about this. The one that I ran.
All right, hold up. So I was born in 71. So I'm fucking a youngling going through the Star Wars era, 77. So fucking what? Yeah. Trying to move shit. It doesn't happen. You think you can do it. You believe it because you've seen fucking The Empire Strikes Back. And you keep trying. You keep trying. How many people out there that are listening who gives a shit fucking how many times you try with failure?
Ran off the block in Austin that I think was an agent you sent, but I don't know. Maybe we just didn't get along. And he was way bigger than TJ.
Ah, shit.
Okay. He got ran off the block
Right.
because he started some nonsense and started running his mouth when I was eating some chips talking about what he was going to do. But he was fairly intelligent and he was telling me that like just what I told you right now, he said that was the stuff he was studying. He was teaching me about the tetrahedron and meditation and all that stuff. Like real actual like thought.
The Tesseract.
You know what I mean? That
Any
stuff
of
I
that.
respect. Like he was a cool dude. It's just like I don't know what his problem.
Hold up, people. We have another very special guest we're going to enjoy this evening. Hopefully, the stream doesn't end as soon as he comes up. But then again, we are still 12 minutes behind and Jackass is still live. Let's say hello
Bring me up.
to Negasonic, middle-aged dickhead. What's up, bud?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
We're just doing the shit, you know. Sticky did his job earlier. We were up.
What?
I'm up. I'm up now. So here we
Where'd
are.
Sticky go?
Sticky has the early fucking wake up call tomorrow. So he was here.
Oh, Jesus.
He was here for about 15, 20 minutes. So
What's
here we
up,
go.
Daisy?
What's
I was watching Waiting.
what's on your
Watching
mind?
that movie
You're
Waiting.
floored. Negasonic. Go ahead.
Nothing. Let's watch the Simp Gimp.
All right, let's go.
Problem was, I don't remember why he started wigging and tripping. I mean, that's my thing. I mean, that's his fault, because he's probably mad at himself
What's up,
because he was
Chet?
trying to sell CDs. Anybody in Austin trying to act like they're on some
What's
fake
up,
drama, ain't
Downrange?
nobody on nothing, bro. We've done too much, man. We've accomplished too much. I've been, like I said, I did bar security for 6 years, man. People know about me, bro. People can pretend online. If I'm
That was
around
years
in
ago.
person,
Nobody
everybody's going
remembers
to be
you,
very
Joey.
calm around me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why people do internet games. That's not going to limit my movement. I'm coming through hard body wherever I go, homie. You feel me? It's like everybody still has to deal with me. Everybody's got to see me. I'm not hiding. I don't care who talks to who. I'm coming through. You understand? Hard body, baby. I go where I want. I do what I
Mm-hmm.
want. You're not limiting anything. Okay. What you're doing is you're limiting your own movements. Like I told you, that's what narcs do. You got to remember, I'm not the type of individual that hides or backs down. I do what I want to do. So that's what I'm saying. When you try to keep thinking up new games, I don't know what that is because every game has been shut down. I've won every single time. You still got to
We'll do a smoke him if you got him. I ain't gonna pause it for nothing, but enjoy.
deal with the last 8 million losses before you start trying to do new stuff. Seems like you're trying to avoid the fact that you lost. You just need to learn how to hold your L. You feel me? Everybody loses Tyree Sneed, man. Everybody backs down to me. Ain't nothing new.
I don't think anyone's ever lost to Tyree Sneed,
Doesn't matter how
except
far I
Tyree
get in
Sneed
life.
himself.
I'm poor white trash at heart. I just ate a chicken patty on white bread with chips and mayonnaise on it. And you know what? That's fucking tits. And I would fucking knock that out right now if I had one in front of me. Real talk.
So, like I said, you got all these people, man, with all these resources, bro. They got some money. They have access to do things. I just think that's crazy. Like who would not want to do this? It's just weird to me, man. Like honestly, y'all be funny style, bro. Y'all be weird, man. That's like when
Still crying
remember
about people
Edmonds
not
in New
donating
York
to
that
him.
I talked about? We
So we were talking earlier, Nega. So he only did he did like a 10-minute and then a 20-minute shortly after this morning. I wasn't available, but Sticky covered it and we went live, and then we covered some of the other tards out there. Shammy was up for a little bit. Sticky's got him up. We had a pretty cool fucking thumbnail for it, but he's on the down slope right now for all the energy that he has exerted this past week. And just fucking constant 13 hours the other day, whatever it was. He
Yeah,
didn't shut
because
his fucking
his
mouth.
money's running out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but now the energy he's going down on the downfield slope right now. So
Yeah, that's why. Because excuse me, because his money's running out. So when he had the full 150 or whatever, and only spent a couple bucks, he was all hot shit. And now he's probably spent more money on garbage, and he's probably down to about 100 or so bucks, a little less. And he realizes that he probably paid his phone bill, so that's 55.
I mean, do they have
So
state
yeah,
tax
just
in Texas? The tax on the chair alone, that'll put you in the hole.
depending on where he bought it from. He could have just most likely, he got it from Goodwill. He probably didn't stop
Ah,
off and pick it up from or not Goodwill, but the pawn shop or Goodwill.
back fucking alley exchange. Fucking okay.
Yeah,
All right. All right, let's go.
we were supposed to be tight. We was cool. I showed him on the phone. Okay,
Them
I
fake
I,
McNug,
I
the
like he
McFake.
came over to a place I was at. Right, I opened my phone. I opened the app. I showed him over $250,000, like almost $300,000 in my bank account, in a brokerage account, and his entire attitude changed. He literally like was irate, like mad as hell, not like in front of me, not like tough, but like he had to be fake. And like, I think, I don't even know if we finished the video game. Like, right after I showed him, he just like wigged out and, like I said, became a hater. Like, that's what y'all don't understand. I've had falling outs with people because of my success. I've had falling outs with people because I got blessed, and I'm perfectly fine with it. And at the time, I was upset with him, because I'm a human being.
You get the
But
dinosaur nugget
as
season.
time goes on, you start to realize, what's the point in
What?
being upset? It's I'm human. You're gonna have an initial reaction no matter what, because you're human. But then you look at it, you're like, man, he was a nobody. Like, who cares about him? It's just crazy because, like, you can't have a friend in the world. You're trying to be nice to people. Like, we was sitting there playing PS4, whatever.
Hold up. Sticky is also a cornbread fan. What was it when he was back in the shelter? He didn't want the honey and the beans, or the cornbread and the beans and the
Yeah,
honey.
he's all. They
What
put
the fuck?
honey on the cornbread, and you ain't supposed to put honey on cornbread. Who ever heard of that?
I forgot what order that was, but that's fucking. Hey,
It was
that's
the
always,
yeah. He was worried about the honey.
it's always nice
He was
when you get
worried about the.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's always nice when you get flashbacks about that. That puts a smile on your face that you forget about. That's all.
Yeah, he was bitching because they put honey on the cornbread, and then he's all, they put honey on the cornbread. I mean, honestly, who ever heard of that? And that's been a thing since cornbread was a fucking thing. What are you talking about? And then a couple months later, he did a video where he went to go eat, and he was talking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I had a biscuit with mayonnaise on it, a hot biscuit with mayonnaise. That shit's good." It's like, ew, fucking nasty fuck.
I'm just catching up on these fucking comments here before we click. Honey and butter is a great cornbread. Honey and butter is a great cornbread. Sticky.
Honey and butter are good on regular biscuits, cornbread. I mean, I dip my chicken nuggets in honey sometimes.
Get on it, Sticky. Sample song. Here we go.
It was all brand new. I just bought it all cash. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was living off dividends at the time.
Like I said,
I show him the bank account, dude wigs out, and he's on the phone talking about a bunch of the same lies, nonsense, talking about, oh, you sold your soul
apple
away.
butter.
My soul
Fuck.
was
Yeah,
never for sale.
that's loud.
No, I just got blessed, and
cinnamon.
that's what these demons do. They try to rewrite history and role reverse. The only people who sell their soul is y'all. That's clear as day. You can hear when I talk that I have my soul. My soul is never for a
Mm.
price. So to say that type of stuff, I think that's why I was upset, because I would, never let anyone talk to me like that. Common sense, but he did it on the phone like all of them do. See what I'm saying?
I want breakfast right now.
So that's
all of
what
a sudden.
weak, cowardly individuals do. They go
I
run and
stopped
hide,
at
and they
Denny's this
start
morning for
texting and talking on
breakfast.
a phone. And that's why I tell people
Bastard.
my number one rule
Never
is do not
again.
get on this phone talking crazy. You feel me? Because I'm a human being. So, like, whatever you say to me on this phone, it better be
Fucking,
the
I
same
want
as in
biscuits and
person.
gravy
You're
right
gonna have
now.
some
God
respect.
damn it.
I don't care what you do,
Fuck you, Joey.
but
It's
you're
your
not gonna
fault.
mouth off to me. I don't care who it is. And that's something I
I'll
stand
mouth off
on.
to
All
him.
my history says I stand on that. You feel me? So
It
clearly that's
doesn't
not
though.
some game. That's not something that people play around with. Nobody gets on my phone talking crazy. Nobody plays games on my phone.
Except
I don't know what you're
you.
Give me
talking
your
about,
number.
dude.
I will.
Feel me? Reality is still the same reality, bro. It never changed. Doing internet escapades and theatrics, it's a waste of your time and mine and everything.
Skip, the first time I fucking made gravy, the flour and the salt and the fucking
What kind of
combination,
gravy though?
country gravy for fucking biscuits and
Oh,
gravy.
I
The
love
first
country
time I
gravy.
tried making that by myself, the salt, the fucking moisture and fucking everything, by the time I was done, I was like, all right, let me give this a taste. It tasted like fucking Elmer's glue. It fucking right into the fucking trash can. Oh, fuck. Yeah, come a long way since then.
Everybody else's.
Yeah, I do like
But
the
you're
country
still in the same
biscuits and
boat. Like I
gravy
said,
from
just like TJ
Denny's
who did
though.
that. Now.
Oh, yeah. Denny's
That's usually
breakfast.
what I do when I go there.
Denny's breakfast slaps, man. Right?
It used
Now
to.
he's
The
looking at
last couple of times I went, it was just garbage. I was like not happy with it. Like this morning, I got off work and I went to I was gonna go get my hair cut, but my barber didn't come in until 9 o'clock, so I had some time to kill. So I said I'll go to Denny's and eat and kill an hour and whatnot, and she'll sit back for a bit. And it just wasn't good. I mean, normally it's good, but lately, I don't know. Ever since that egg shortage, their eggs are coming out weird. They charge 25% more per egg now. They even have a sign telling you that.
Yeah, if you don't buy
So
farm fresh eggs, brown eggs, cage free fucking eggs, you're gonna have diarrhea. I don't know if it's just me, but eggs are not eggs anymore. They're fucking not real. Fucked up. All right,
nope.
let's go.
You know who has good eggs
Federal
though
prison
is the
time,
Costco.
right? Because he just interfered with a federal lawsuit, and now he's part of an entire gang stalking campaign, which leads into all the other people that he was around and the bars and establishments. It proves they're guilty. So now they're
Yeah,
part of the
yeah,
federal
yeah.
lawsuit. Y'all just told on yourself. See, they just told the
Half those
truth that
people probably
I
don't
was
work at
done
those
dirty.
bars
They
anymore,
just told the
Joey.
truth that I knew they had sabotaged me intentionally there because I was winning and I had everything going for me, and everybody was happy and everybody was in the right position. So, like, see what I'm saying? I have every right to be mad.
No.
When you play these type of games, what do you expect? And the thing is, all these people, they're scared. That's why they do that fake laughter, because they're in fear. They're scared because they know they've been found out. I already know what all y'all did.
Fake laughter.
Laughter's
It's
Just
just
all
like
like
real,
the movie
buddy.
and the
just like
cartoon.
candy. Everything's fake.
Feel me? When it's got that comic and it says Batman standing on business, whatever, the Penguin was even talking about it, and Batman says, "I know what you've done." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, everybody's terrified now because they know Batman has figured out the whole thing. I think this has been going on for most of my life. I think that Carly Fiorina has to do with everything. 100%, I'm positive, but we'll say allegedly.
Oh, she's a
And
huge
like I
part of
said,
it,
I think
Joey.
that people have been paid off a little bit to go against me
We
or
have. We're
All right,
making bank, dog.
just an update. We're 18 minutes behind, and he's still fucking rolling.
try to do things towards me or not let me work or whatever. And it's like, when you do those things, you're not holding me back. You're creating more opportunity for me. It's too small a world, and there's also too large of a world. There's too many opportunities. There's too much going on. See, that's the thing. These people did all this and tried to follow me all around six.
All right, I gotta stop again. But the thing about it is, when you're making a basic breakfast, you get bacon going, you got eggs, you got fucking this, you got fucking that, country fried potatoes, maybe if you want. The time it takes to fucking cook a really good fucking breakfast, and the time it takes to eat it, it's like fuck. It's almost not even worth it, but it's so damn good. It's so
Yeah.
Street around jobs and keep talking to everyone. And I literally would talk to people and say, yeah, they just had me fired with some nonsense lying on my name. And the manager loved me
Fake
and proved
five.
that what they said was all a lie and said, this is the best worker we got. Why would you do that? And it was because the dude was receiving too many.
Is this an order
Yeah.
from
Listen
fucking
to what's.
HR? Fucking Sticky?
Yes,
Really?
it is. Yeah.
Fuckers. I will.
Susan just emailed me too and said the same thing. Sticky just beat me to the punch.
Phone
Because she
calls, that's
also
not
sent
my
tit pics, so I was
responsibility.
looking at
That's
those.
a lawsuit too. You can say whatever you want about Texas. You can fire someone for no
Let's
reason.
go.
That's fine. But that still is a lawsuit. Do you understand that, smart one? Yep, still a lawsuit. I can
It's
sue every
not.
single one of those bars and establishments, smart one. I can file a lawsuit and they will lose. Guaranteed. So what's good now? You're not backing anyone down. You're just providing me more settlement money. That's what you don't get. Like
What a fucking idiot.
Hold up.
So I guess Texas is at will state too, because I know
Yeah.
California is, and you can get fired or quit for any reason. So, I mean, if you can prove that they fired you for racism or whatever, but I mean, if someone came in with a Biden bumper sticker and I decided I didn't like it, I'd fire them. And then, of course, I'm not going to say that on the complaint when I fire them. I'm just going to tell them that they just weren't performing,
There's
and
one
then
thing
it's
I need
our
to
word
say
against
right now.
theirs.
I need to interrupt you right now because we have a very, very, very special guest right now. Her name's Shamrock.
Yeah.
Surf.
What's
Hi,
up?
Surf.
Hi.
Hi, my nigga.
What's up?
What's this?
You like my new PFT
Let
with
me see
Joey
that.
and Daniel Larson smooching?
Ew,
Pull it up
yeah.
for her.
It's great.
I love you so much.
It's so great.
Rolling Batman.
How much can I sleep on your $5 to sleep on your couch? I don't
See,
have
the
a couch.
surprising thing is, though, connected like that, they actually have a full set of teeth. You separate them, and the numbers go down. But
See,
together, they actually make a full set of
I
teeth.
like how it selected fucking him sucking on Joey's bottom lip. That's just
It's sensual.
fuck yeah, it is. What's up, Shamrock? What's up? She already muted.
Shamrock?
She did not mute.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll.
You guys said Christina and I are already looking at potentially over $30 to $50 million.
Okay, now
wow.
you're there. Now you're
Wow.
there. You missed
Went
the whole
up.
thing. I said,
Went
hey,
up
what's
since
up,
last
Shamrock?
time.
What's on your mind?
Sorry, I had to mute my dog. They were fighting.
How
My
does a lawsuit jump from
my
6.87
Pomeranian
million to
started
30
fighting.
or 40?
It went from 6 million to fucking 30 to 50. Oh my god, this dumb fuck.
Yeah. Well, Christina's laying it on thick.
God damn.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
And these people just will never understand. The more that you try to go against me, the more you hate, the more that God will bless me. This is what you don't understand. I told you all this stuff. I told everybody, all my so-called fake friends, all the people who tried to go against me, everything, exes, everybody. I told everyone. I said, just quit hating, bro. What is your issue? What all y'all want to hate? Okay, hate on. Make it a whole on hater-thon and get you some haterade. Because I'm tell you what, I want you to hate on me. Because the more you hate on me, the more God blesses me.
Yeah, Skip. That's a good question. Sham, you're probably more familiar. I think that's about right. The settlement, Christina's settlement was coming
Started at 600K.
something like that.
Yes, Blue wants me to do something. Hold on. Okay, Blue, hold on. Excuse me.
More
Howdy, how.
Is God going to give me, and I've already won this entire time. The fact is, I'm a perfectionist. My entire life for me has been perfect up to this point, and I've been through a lot. All those things I went through were part of the puzzle of perfection. I'm like Michelangelo, homie. The way I look is part of my perfection. This is perfection. You can say what you want. Perfection is not what you try to paint it as. This is perfection. Okay, think about it. When a guy has been this ultra successful, and then all of this leads up, and then he realizes and wakes up and has a true awakening and ascension, and realizes I'm the real Batman.
Minutes of free
This is what I was born to do. This is who I've been this entire time. And my identity was being hid so that I could be protected. And then wakes up and figures out this is who I am, and
Batman?
this is what I'm going to devote every ounce of my being to for the rest of eternity. And God's telling me I'm immortal. I go through this physical stuff every day. So it's a hard thing for me to understand too, you know what I mean? But that's why I know it's like I have to be immortal to some extent because it's the only way I could get through any day. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't know what I go through. I'm talking about real pain and suffering. Go through it all the time. Not every day, but well, yeah, pretty much every day. And that's going to be part of the lawsuit. You know, some days are a little bit better than others, but I generally have to deal with it no matter what. That's why people don't understand. Like, I can't just sit around and work a normal job because physically I can't handle it. I can't do it anymore. And I think that it has a lot to do with that too. And that's what the videos keep telling me is that, like, you know, a lot of it, you know, I know what happened, but I think a lot of it is spiritual too. And it has to do with that, like telling me what I'm supposed to do. You know, my ancestors.
Shamrock, you pissed Sticky off.
What did I do?
You pissed him off.
What'd she do, Stick?
I didn't see you, Sticky McStickerson.
We can't have. I will not host in family fighting. I will not tolerate it.
Okay,
Not here.
Okay, sorry, Dad.
All right, fuck you guys.
Sisters telling me you're meant for something totally different. You know, me, we know what I am. I'm God's warrior. I'm a conqueror. I wasn't meant to sit and own 9 to 5. I wasn't meant to flip the burgers. I wasn't meant to serve you your Taco Bell taco with the plastic wrap on it perfect. I just wasn't. I wasn't meant to wash dishes. I mean, I'm pretty good at it though, and I like doing it. But I just never
Oh,
Holy
for
shit!
real.
Let's wind this back a little bit. Oh my god.
So it's a hard thing for me to understand too, you know what I mean? But that's why I know it's like I have to be immortal to some extent because it's the only way I could get through any day. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't know what I go through. I'm talking about real pain and suffering. Go through it all the time. Not every day, but well, yeah, pretty much every day. And that's going to be part of the lawsuit. You know, some days are a little bit better than others, but I generally have to deal with it no matter what. That's why people don't understand. Like, I can't just sit around and work a normal job because physically I can't handle it. I can't do it anymore. And I think that it has a lot to do with that too. And that's what the videos keep telling me, is that, like, you know, a lot of it, you know, I know what happened, but I think a lot of it is spiritual too. And it has to do with that, like telling me what I'm supposed to do. You know, my ancestors telling me you're meant for something totally different. You know, me, we know what I am. I'm God's warrior. I'm a conqueror. I wasn't meant to sit and know 9 to 5. I wasn't meant to flip you burgers. I wasn't meant to serve you your Taco Bell taco with the plastic wrap on it perfect. I just wasn't. I wasn't meant to wash dishes. I mean, I'm pretty good at it though, and I like doing it. But I'm just saying, none of those things, and never did I ever think I was meant to do any of that. That's why every time I did it, I always still invested into this career and into what I was doing and where I was going. Which all of it I knew was training for something. I
You
just
know, if
didn't
somebody
completely
offered
realize
this bitch
it
a
was to be
job
Batman. And I
washing
think part
dishes
of me
at a
did.
restaurant, he'd take it like that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He would. I mean, he's been out looking for jobs. He just keeps getting denied because he's going to the wrong places. Don't go work at a fucking taqueria just because you want discounts on fucking enchiladas, dude.
That's his way of
Go
thinking,
fucking
though.
move ingots. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what we were saying last night is that shit where, oh, you guys, I can't get a job out here. No, that's bullshit. I refuse to believe there's not one place in Brownsville that won't hire that could be working at a trash heap, could be working at a recycling center, but places are always hiring when they need bodies.
If
So he's
Walmart
just
needs
not
help,
looking.
they will hire him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go get a job doing security, dude. Tyree, seriously, I mean, all I do half the time is sit around online making fun of you, and I'm getting paid for it. Easy one. I'm at work right now.
All right, let's go.
Fuck's
I
sake.
think I always knew in the back of my mind. It's just like I just hadn't created the suit and just completely committed. That kind of happened just, you know, randomly, you know, but I finally completely figured it out and woke up, you know, like, so, I mean, that's the thing. You can tell that my vision changed as far as waking up and ascending, you know, because all the signs were there. I knew who I was. I knew I was Batman, but I didn't understand how real me saying that was. You know what I'm saying? So,
I didn't understand how real saying me that was. What the?
so it's like, you know, it is what it is, man. End of the day, it's like, people can say whatever, people can pretend online. Like I said, I'm coming to 6th Street whenever I want. I'm going to Austin whenever I want. I'm not concerned about 6th Street in Austin right now. I just talk about different things at random times. That's what I'm
His
saying.
voice
People
is
focus
so
on the wrong
distinct
things. I
right
got
now.
people's focus on a bunch of irrelevant things because they can't affect what matters. I got people focused on a bunch of irrelevant things because they're powerless and they know it. I have people focused on a bunch of irrelevant things because, like I said, I affect them so much without trying. You're focused on a bunch of irrelevant things, thinking that it's going to matter when none of it matters. Nobody controls me or my movements, or tells me what to do or when to do it. I do what I want to do. Just because somebody's jealous of me and hating on me, I'm not going to get
I
upset with
think
them. That's
we're
what
on
they
the
would want.
verge of a rage.
See, I have all y'all figured out. That's why y'all do electronic means. Like I said, that's you backing down.
He's
So
still
it's not like
gone.
if we talk in person, oh, I
We're
have
at
to,
one and a
you know,
quarter,
I have to G check
24
you and
minutes
back you down
behind.
again. No, because you already backed down because you went and committed a crime towards me. You see my point? Hiding. You get what I'm saying?
No,
Like, that's what people do. I told you,
I
people don't
don't see
trust
your
me
point.
unless they're hiding behind a system. Everybody's shook, man. Everybody's scared, bro. Everybody's doing exactly what I want them to do, bro. I got mind control over y'all like Debo. When Debo around, I be quiet. But when Debo leave, I be talking again.
So
Real
let me
talk.
tell you, if we're
That's true.
afraid of you and we're
Feel me?
afraid to talk shit about you,
That is genuinely you.
why are you so
So at the end of the
pressed that
day,
you
it's
have to
like,
send us to
none of
prison?
this is complicated. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just don't understand it,
Exactly.
man. I mean, like I said, it's just crazy to
Bitch.
me that you got all these people. I know they got
Why
mad
wouldn't he let you on
resources.
panel to
You know what
talk
I'm
shit?
saying? And,
Because
you
he's
know, I think
scared.
people are trying to just get
He
by. They
Yeah.
go
can't
and do what
hang.
they got to do. But I just know
Because
that y'all have
Debo's in the
resources.
pigeon coop,
That's
sweating
what
like a
just drives me
slave. That's
crazy. It's
why.
like, bro, y'all have things that could help me do this. I just think that people in the public should step up and help. Just like I think you should donate. I'll probably make another community post in a minute for people to donate. I need people to donate consistently, man. That's the only way we're gonna be able to do this. Because like I still got to try
Set
to
it
get
up
this
a
phone
little
bill
bit.
paid again. I just paid it on the 21st, so it's good for another month. But
All
I'm
right.
already thinking
Paid his
ahead because
phone.
I got to, you know, make this money last. I got to try to get by, and I still want.
All right, he paid his phone, so he bought a chair. He paid his phone. He got 153 fucking bucks and a couple pennies.
And change,
What is-
yeah.
Yeah, how many times does he? He's probably got what, 80 bucks left, maybe.
want to try to have fun
Don't
and live
forget
my
the
life
three
and do
dollars
some
set
stuff,
aside for the
you know,
bus
and that's what I'm
pass.
saying. Like, not everything is free, man.
Right.
You know, if people were donating consistently all the time, I could be going out to eat all the time. I could go play some golf, do some bowling, like different things.
Go
Like
bowling.
Wow.
that's the thing. Like it's just all about money. I have a lack right now, and it's like I understand this is a lack time period, but I understand also that it's supposed to be coming to a close. So either way, like I said, I mean, the minute Christina gets here, everything will change. I know that, and then I won't have to worry about anything. You know what I mean? I won't have to worry about money, and I'll finally have who I love and who loves me. I'll be completely, truly happy. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm
I
just
think
being
this
patient,
picture
and God works
happening
my
has more
patience a
chance
lot.
of
So I'm just
happening
trying
than
my
you
best
and
to be patient.
Christina,
It's still
Joey.
hard, but I just be patient. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. I don't understand for right now. I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand. I don't understand how I'm supposed to turn around and help people when they ain't helped me, but this is how it is. DMX talked about it too in one of his songs. He literally said like, oh, now I'm supposed to be here for the same one who, betrayed me basically, and it's part of your walk with God, I guess, man. But I just still don't understand that. With as many fans as there is, with as many subs as I have right now, they're all genuine. It just it perplexes me. It perplexes me that people are watching me every day like a hawk. I mean, all of y'all, and none of them really say anything. It's just weird, and I just think it goes to show how fake.
I'm gonna let it run for. I gotta go rock a piss real quick. I'll be back in like a minute. So,
All right.
The
Hope
world is
everything comes
personally.
out okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that's my thing. Like,
hey,
bro,
sir.
there's people who have enough money right now, all around, probably all around here in the valley, that could help me like start trying to build wings that actually fly. You understand?
Jesus
Like, there's
Christ.
people who could really like try to do real
Oh,
things.
for fuck's sake.
That's the part that just gets me. It's just weird to me. All the rest of you on YouTube, you all irrelevant. You've been irrelevant since day one. Like I said, you have to sit here and listen to the star. It's not about what y'all do, which y'all buy subs, you buy views, and you fake live counts, live stream counts. I get more views than all y'all put together. And the views that they're saying I'm getting are still completely suppressed and they're lying. So I get thousands more than that. I know that all they do is lie and adjust numbers on here. They're all liars, professional liars. That's what all of them are, just like politicians. You feel me? So it's like we all know all this is fake. We all know it's all like wrestling, like Floyd Mayweather, just all fake chickens. You know what I mean? Cowards. And I mean, it is what it is. I expose your entire system. We know that all the corporations are fake. We know they don't make their money selling products. I mean, what could any of you tell me if you actually listen to my content and just listen to what I've already proven? It's not a statement. It's not an opinion. I've proven it. So if you catch up to the content, you can't talk to me the way you're trying to talk. You have to say, Mr. Sneed, sir, right? Or Batman, sir, you're amazing. You've taught me how
No.
the world really works, and now I have to face that. So that's the thing. I mean, I understand that most of the world delusional, but
All right. I just sat back down. As soon as I left my chair, I put my headset back on my fucking mic and left the room. And all I heard was Shamrock cackling. Did he say something I missed?
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. It's good. Did he say something I missed?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
complaining about not everybody not donating enough for him to make wings that actually fly.
All right. If you don't mind, let me fucking just fucking go back a minute.
Oh,
world
of course.
is personally. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thing. Like, bro, there's people who have enough money right now, all around, probably all around here in the valley, that could help me like start trying to build wings that actually fly. You understand? Like, there's people who could really like try to do real things. That's the part that just gets me. It's just weird to me. All the rest of you on YouTube, you all irrelevant. You've been irrelevant since day one. Like I said, you have to sit here and listen to the star. It's not about what y'all do, which y'all buy subs, you buy views, and you fake live counts, live stream counts. I get more views than all y'all put together. And the views that they're saying I'm getting are still completely suppressed and they're lying. So I get thousands more than that. I know that all they do is lie and adjust numbers on here. They're all liars, professional
One
liars.
way
That's
you
what
can
all of them
tell,
are, just
Joey,
like
is if you
politicians.
opened up your
You feel
comment
me? So
section
it's
on
like
your
we all
videos
know
and
all this is
shorts.
fake. We all know it's all
Then
like
you'd see
wrestling, like
people.
Floyd Mayweather, just all fake chickens. You know what I mean? Cowards. And I mean, it is what it is. I expose your entire system. We know that all the corporations are fake. We know they don't make their money selling products. I mean, what could any of you tell me if you actually listen to my content and just listen to what I've already proven? It's not a statement. It's not an opinion. I've proven it. So if you catch up to the content, you can't talk to me the way you're trying to talk. You have to say, Mr. Sneed, sir, right? Or Batman, sir, you're amazing. You've taught me how the world really works, and now I have to face that. So that's the thing. I mean, I understand that
Wow.
most of the world delusional, but there's no choice when you've been
Isn't that
educated on the
sexy?
truth. You understand? I mean, like I said, I mean, I guess that's somewhat is true. I guess like Christina was right about that kind of. I guess somewhat it is a choice. You know what I mean? But all y'all can make that choice. It's a bad choice to sit there and be delusional and go against reality. Like what? That's some sheep stuff. Bah. You know what I mean? Hold up.
Hold up.
So I don't know, man. It is what it is. But like I said, I just think that everybody should be stepping up. Hopefully, we'll receive an actual wave of support. Because, like I said, donation wise, I've still barely got nothing. I'm truly grateful for the one
Good.
supporter that I have donating right now. Truly grateful to Christina, my wonderful girlfriend, for when she helped me save my bank account and everything that she has done. But all the other people, I mean, none of them have done anything. It's just one
Been
guy.
with her 4 years,
One
and
guy
she
has
gave him
donated me $10,
$4,
like I think
a
like three
dollar a
times,
year.
maybe even four. I think it was three. But either way, shout out to him, man. Him, I'm eternally grateful to, but that's what I'm saying. If we could get
Fuck
everybody to
that guy.
donate like that consistently, then I'd be able to get a flow and get out of this nonsense. Like it's that easy. All y'all got to do is send donations of 50 to $100. Send me a grand, and be like, yo, you can go get a bike that you want. Like I'll buy bikes from the pawn shop. Why wouldn't you? See, these people, they talk down on things that are admirable. Yeah, I'll buy bikes from the pawn shop, and then I end up, getting my homeboy or figuring out some way to get them fixed up myself. That's amazing. There's people who run full scale businesses doing that. What are you talking about? Y'all talk nonsense, bro. You could go to thrift stores, bro, and get licenses to sell clothing and even status symbol clothing, and you could make a living doing that. People make a living on eBay doing stuff like that. Like y'all are silly, man. Like straight up, bro, y'all are silly, man. I just don't have time for your antics. And like I said, you're always stopping everything that I'm trying to do. So it's like I'm okay with it, and I gave up on all that nonsense because it's not for me.
All right,
You see,
we're
you
set
created
up
my lane. This is my
24
lane. This
minutes
is all I
behind, and
focus on
he's
doing. I'm not
still
worried about
rolling.
going on eBay and a bunch of extra.
All right. That being said, going into this stream, I had on my free fucking StreamYard account, I had an hour 50 left. Sticky told me that if you go over, they're not going to shut you down. But I would manage at the rate we're going right now. This is going to be my last free stream. So, hey, I'm going to fly a flag. No, I'm not. Let's just go.
Stuff that I could do for what? Maybe if I had access to resources, like, I could, but even that stuff, all they do is try to scam you on there. I went through that when I was up north. They don't really, none of them are real. None of them really just want to be straight up about anything. It's just the same nonsense. People go online and do illegal things and then they act like it's going to affect me. You can never affect me because everything I do, I make sure I'm doing the right thing. I know the law. I follow the law. I uphold the law. Always. I always uphold the law. So it's like, that's half of what Batman's about. So it's like people just cannot get anywhere with me, man. And they're upset because they're completely out of luck when it comes to me. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, man. I mean, I don't care how long it takes, bro. I'm gonna come on here and beg, do whatever I got to do every day until I start getting people to understand this is something I built for the audience, the actual audience, not people who are jealous of me, the public people who are in their right mind, who can hear, to start stepping up and paying me and facilitating these expenses in an environment so that I can do this the right way. Till then, I'm just trying to get by, and I just think that it's ridiculous that as much as I've done, and in 2 years, these people can't catch up and understand that. I mean, everyone in the valley should be donating and showing me actual financial support because it would have me, like I said, I could go get me a new bike immediately. You understand? It's just about helping someone. Like, why not help me get where I can run my business a little more efficiently? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part I just don't understand.
Because people feel
Like I said,
weird
I
about
think people should
buying a
just start sending me
35-year-old man a
$1,000 at a time
bicycle.
straight up. I don't see why not. I've definitely earned it. Real talk, but I don't know. Hopefully people will figure it out and figure out the game, man. That would be nice because that's what I'm saying. I need, like I said, at least 5 to 10 G's just to get started. And that way I could, start getting the bikes. I would start small, keep doing things the way I'm doing it. But like I'd be able to get a
How many
bike
fucking
and
chairs
start
are
with
left?
that and then try to figure out how to maintain it. Right. I'd get one with better tires, with a little thicker tires too, and hope they didn't have any issues. That would be the first step. If I had even a grand right now, but 5 to 10 G's, I could do all of this. And
If I had a, you heard that, Neg. I think we're going to say the same thing. If I had a grand right now, 5 to 10 G's.
Yeah, I like to jump there. Just a couple
then I'd
bucks
have it off
more
the
than what
ground.
he asked for
I'd be
originally.
making my money on here. So like I'd be able to make some decisions, some sensible decisions. It would still be difficult. You know what I mean? But with like 5 to 10 G's, I would go up to Austin and just rough it like I have a million times. Bro. I mean, you can say what you want, bro. I've slept on park benches. I've done all of that to get where I need to go, bro. I did that when I came back from Green Bay. I had to for a little while. Y'all don't get that, bro. I came out of actual hell, bro. I had to go over there and literally I was sleeping on a bench at night to start off. I went from that to cooking on a food truck and made like 11 bands, homie, paying for a hotel every night or every other night, like over $100. Do you understand how much of a boss
Wouldn't
I am?
every night
Went to
cover
a
it?
city
You
with
just have to
nothing
say every
to
other
go
night?
and went from absolutely nothing to that, to sleeping on a park bench where there's like recluse spiders coming around and stuff.
Hold on. Recluse spiders. I wanted to comment on Sticky's comment.
Wait.
We're gonna go back and revisit that. I paused it at the wrong fucking time. Because we were talking about I gotta pick up fucking StreamYard. And yeah, I was thinking about that Sticky grabbing your fucking discount code, but yeah, let's rewind that back for a second. I'm so sorry. It was just bad timing.
With like 5 to 10 G's, I would go up to Austin and just rough it like I have a million times. I mean, you can say what you want, bro. I've slept on park benches. I've done all of that to get where I need to go, bro. I did that when I came back from Green Bay. I had to for a little while. Y'all don't get that, bro. I came out of actual hell, bro. I had to go over there and literally I was sleeping on a bench at night to start off. I went from that to cooking on a food truck and made like 11 bands, homie, paying for a hotel every night or every other night, like over $100. Do you understand how much of a boss I am? Went to a city with nothing and nowhere to go, and went from absolutely nothing to that, to sleeping on a park bench where there's like recluse spiders coming around and stuff, and went from that to that. That's impressive, bro.
Went from that to God.
Get that, bro? I came out of actual hell, bro. I had to go over there and literally I was sleeping on a bench at night to start off. I went from that to cooking on a food truck and made like 11 bands, homie, paying for a hotel every night or every other night, like over $100. Do you understand how much of a boss I am? Went to a city with nothing and nowhere to go, and went from absolutely nothing to that, to sleeping on a park bench where there's like recluse spiders coming around and stuff, and went from that to that. That's impressive, bro. So that's why these people don't get it. I don't respect any of y'all. I don't want to hear nothing because y'all don't live real life like me. Y'all just don't. Y'all don't get out much. Y'all don't have any friends like Steve told y'all. Like, y'all is silly, man. Steve said a lot of truth. That's why people, continue to reference him and have some respect for him, because he still said a lot of truth at times. It kind of seems like, I mean, he lied a lot too, but he sprinkled a lot. He said a lot of truth within his lies. He stood for something. I give him credit for that. You know what I mean? But like I said, if
Hey,
you listen to the other
you
ones,
keep
which I'm about
Styles'
to, you
name
kind of
out your
hear that they're
mouth,
all kind
boy.
of in their own delusional stupor. They're going nowhere fast, like a hamster on a wheel, and they're not my old hamster, Speedy Claxton. He was the fastest hamster ever. You understand? But, it's just pathetic, man. I'm not competing with anyone on my YouTube channel talking. I
Is
don't
he
know any of
flexing a
you.
dead
We
hamster?
don't have a connection. We've
Yeah,
never been through anything. What are you talking about?
He flexed
That's what
a
I'm saying. Like,
dead
people have to,
anal-dwelling
when you approach
hamster?
me, you got to come correct, homie.
a dead
You can't just,
hamster.
oh, I'm
He
in a
was the
rush, and
fastest
yeah, you
hamster
triggered and
ever.
impressed.
That's not
But
the
like,
first.
you know how to act. All y'all know how to act. All y'all know that stuff is fake. That's not how you talk. You don't act like that, bro. Miss me with that. Y'all gonna be the same cowardly individuals that you are on the street.
You
In
brought up
reality, you're
the
gonna be that
hamster
on
a
here.
couple months ago.
See what I'm saying? That's my whole point. You don't do that. Everybody
I'm sick
knows
in the head
common
for
sense.
knowing that,
You
but
don't do that. If you see a man and you say, dude, this is the toughest dude I've ever seen, he's superhuman, stronger than any human being, and he's an all out gangster, you would know I have to approach this guy right. I have to talk to him correct. That's why I said when people talk to me in person,
no
oh,
cows.
it's way different. Of course, I'm going to be polite and nice. I'm polite and nice to everybody, especially if you're not coming at me in any, other way or manner, which nobody's going to, because, like I said, they know better. They know not to, because they just know reality. It's all love over here, brother. It's all about showing love and positivity, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a public figure. Of course I have to be calm. Even if somebody wasn't calm, even if somebody acted like they could, not be respectful, right? I still have to be nice to you. It's not an issue. You know how much stuff I've heard? I have thick skin, man. Like, what? No, I still have to be nice to
No,
you.
you
Why? Because
don't.
I have everything going
You've
for
got
me and
greasy
everything to
skin.
lose. Because I'm in the throne. Because I'm in the position that you want to be in. And I would never let some suckers trick me off my throne. I didn't let them do it to me in that lot that I was cooking in Austin. And I for sure wouldn't let you fools do it to me on here. Because it's always some people that are in dilapidated circumstances, like that one crazy psychotic chick out there that tried to set me up, right? And they laughed in her face and knew she was lying about everything. Like I said, it is what it is. And I kept on cooking and kept on making my money. If you notice with me, what happens is every
Big wheel
situation I get
keep
into, I get the
on
best of everybody and I
turning.
win and I walk away the winner. I still kept making
I'm
money. I
the
made the capital that I needed, which helped me to build this business and get this started.
oh,
Everything is just for a time. That's the only time it's important. That food truck and that lot was only important for the time that I was working there. After I left, it's no longer important. Now I could
food
care
truck
less.
going to
You see
prison,
my
dog.
point? That's why people like TJ are mad, because TJ's seen me be a businessman in every situation, and he knows I'm an actual street gangster and a gangster in the street. So he wants to front and pretend while hiding online, and he's not even pretending. He really just backed down and he knows what it is. But he's upset at reality. You were upset at the truth no matter what. Like I said, that was the whole reason why I told you just get off my phone, because you're trying to talk and you're talking like something's upsetting you. Well, what's upsetting you, pumpkin? Sweet pea. Why are you upset? You're a
Pumpkin.
grown man. You're upset because you wish that you had my life. You wish that you could live my life. You wish that you could live a day in my shoes. You wish that you could feel what it feels like to be me and have it all. But you never will because,
I
well,
don't think
you go
anyone
against God
wants
and,
that.
God don't like ugly. That's the truth. How much more can you really put people in their place and tell them off?
God
You
don't
people
like
was talking
ugly.
about
But
lanes
he
on here that was
created
demonic.
you.
Y'all
The
still got
fucking
your little
irony.
demonic cults. Yes, and every one of you continues to get what you deserve right in front of my eyes, and I laugh at you with God because God's who's doing it to you. The one dude I heard him
Really,
already
I'm doing
talking
all
about it.
right. How
I'm
about
going to
you,
listen to the
Sheriff?
rest of the show right now.
How
He
about you,
apparently taught, and I
Shamrock?
hope he keeps doing shows because he keeps me updated
What's
on what's
that?
going on. He self snitches like the rest
I
of his
said he's
people.
saying we're
Right?
all getting what we deserve, but I'm doing all right. I don't know about you guys, but I don't
Yeah,
know what he's
doing
talking
good.
about. We're getting, yeah, better than
I'm
you,
not.
Joey.
I'm not dressed in a Party City superhero costume with no fucking my front teeth missing, begging for hot dogs on the internet, bro. So yeah, I'd say I'm doing pretty
Yeah,
fucking good.
Jesus Christ.
He's a dummy.
Well,
Sheriff, you okay, bud?
yeah, I'm fine. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm gonna fucking mix in fucking the Indy 500 tomorrow and the Memorial Race, fucking NASCAR, and then deal with all this
Well, you
bullshit.
never seen a car go around in circles before?
Yeah,
You one of
fuck.
those sickos that just wants to watch waits to see for a crash?
My life is complicated. Complicated.
Like I said, there's no
Sounds
more
like it.
being friendly or acting like I'm a part of something. Now all y'all the enemy. You want to be the enemy? No
Do it.
problem. Now you're the enemy. That means when I get this money too, I'm not giving you nothing. That's my whole deal. I'm going to forgive and forget. But when it comes to
Somebody's
making discerning
lighting
decisions with
something
money,
on
I'm not
fire.
going to be willy nilly and I'm not going to do nothing for people who didn't do nothing for me. I don't think that that's something God will want me to do. Now, I have nothing against you. I wish you well. I honestly support you. I'll try to help if I can. But I'm just saying, I truly feel like the
No,
right
you
thing to
won't.
do is, and that's my whole point. People in the valley didn't do anything for me. It's cool to have fans and fake fans and whatever that and that. That's all right, but I don't care about that because to me it's about actions speak louder than words. How much money have you donated? What have you actually done for me? And what resources have you created for me to do this? But like I said, that's the problem with the public. The public is gonna a lot of them are sheep. They're gonna look at it like, oh, this is entertainment. This ain't entertainment. This is the real thing, homeboy. Y'all are just in the middle of it watching and
Sticky, just let Lady Nightmare wait until you get your clones, and then she can kick you out of the house.
seeing it, and you're lucky to see it. But you're witnessing history being made. This Batman has done more than every agency combined. This
That'll
Batman has
never
changed
happen,
things in the
Sheriff.
entire
They have a
valley and in the entire world
Sartonian love
already.
contract.
Seriously, with no budget. Money was never, I never had any money when I was doing this. In these 2 years, I've just barely been getting by. Money? Where? When? It's been a minute, man. It's been about 2 years. Before that, like I said, when I was cooking, yeah, I was making good money. It was all right. Yeah, not good. It was all right. It
Wait a
was only
second.
good
Let's
because
see
I
here.
knew
So when
how
you
to
were
live cheap
working,
out
you were
there. I knew what
making
I was
people
doing.
were
And
giving you money when you were working because you were working. Now you're dressed as Batman, begging you for money for people to buy you a bicycle, to buy you Otter Pops or whatever the fucktard thing you fucking want that day. Jesus Christ, dude.
knew how to move
Just go
around.
get a job,
There would
sir.
still be times I would stay out all night having to walk because I had to because they'd have ACL or something going on and the hotel prices would
Hey,
get too high. Y'all think
hey,
it's easy?
hey, it's fucking lobster. What's up, bud?
Hey, lobster.
Yeah, I get it, man. I feel you.
You want the benefits of what I got and
Jesus.
everything I own and paid cash for and all my equity and investments and I'm in the middle of a stock settlement lawsuit that I had over 70,000 shares of the stock because I worked and pumped all my money into that stock. If not, I would have plenty of money right now, right? So my work didn't go to waste. I'm just waiting on a stock settlement lawsuit. See my point? But
Never
y'all wouldn't
gonna
want to go through that.
happen.
Y'all wouldn't want to walk around Austin all night by yourself and then have to avoid getting locked up or having any issues or problems. Can you imagine that? You just stuck out there and you got to figure out where am I going to go? Then you tired, you want to sleep, you want to rest. But really, if you stop walking, I would walk all night. If you'd stop walking, that's when they start bothering you. You try to sleep on a bench, yeah, the homeless people do it, but they select and target.
Well, that's why we're here, lobster. We're here. We're here. We're here for you.
They target who they want. They can go roll up and give you a hard time because they want to. They can do whatever they want out there. Then I'd go to the breakfast at the church, and the ones would be driving around it just stalking the whole time, like they
At
already
big
knew who I
dinner, we
was.
do
Because
it once
probably
a month.
I'm sure y'all were telling them, right? And y'all were lying on my name. I'm sure. I don't care about that nonsense. And they couldn't do anything. They would have to drive past, and I would sit there and I would actually pay attention. And I'm recording everything half the time because I want to make sure that I have everything recorded that's
Don't
going on because it's
spam
all
red
part of this federal
triangles.
lawsuit. You see my point? So it's like,
No, it's
nah,
okay. It's
y'all
part
could
of the
never imagine what I've
Sargon
been through.
code,
Austin's a
Sheriff. What's
big
wrong
city,
with
man.
you?
You understand? The people you're talking about, they're nobodies. They affect nothing. Austin is a big city, man. Austin is honestly a perfect setup too, for Batman to really do his thing. That's what y'all don't get. Like, there's a lot of
Vandalism.
like
That's
parking
fine.
garages. I'm being honest with you. There's a lot of tall buildings. If I could figure out,
All right. Now, no, I'm not going to tolerate this. I know I don't have any mods
I
on my
said it was
channel because I
okay,
haven't
Sheriff.
dished them out to except a couple people because I'm just trying to do it while I'm thinking about it or
Yeah,
not
and
thinking about it.
where the fuck's my wrench, by the way, in your chat?
We're make a comment. I'll do it right now while we're paused. We're gonna
No,
have
you
a
can do it next
goddamn whole
time because then
ceremony right
I'm gonna
now.
have to back out of here and then I might get disconnected. So I'll just do it next time when you're
Are you
live.
fucking
I'll say, hey
serious?
Sheriff, where's my wrench? And you give me a wrench.
God damn it.
how to get the wings to actually kind of fly and glide, it would be literally perfect. Not saying that I would have to be
Oh, the timing. Sometimes when we're all live, or me, Sticky, Sham, fucking whoever, Lobster, Blazy, whatever. It's those subtle pauses sometimes that make it worthwhile because it just comes in whatever we're joking about and he comes right back in. It's like perfect timing. Anyway.
flying, or I'm not going to,
Except for
go
this,
to
he's
crazy heights.
serious in what
I'm
he's
not. I don't
saying.
like heights, but um, it's not about that. That's the thing. It's just it looks just like the movie. You know, when they're in the parking garage with the scarecrow. I was literally just watching that scene. I'll be looking at all. I'll be studying all the
There's a
movies. I study
parking
everything,
garage like
even the
that in
cartoons.
every city in
You know,
America,
like
dipshit.
you know, I don't know, man. It's very interesting, man. It's identical to the movie, but that's the thing. I need a tumbler. I need all that stuff. God has to give me the money, man. That's the thing. I can't do anything extra until God gives me the money. You know what I mean? I don't want to go up to Austin with just trying to manually make it happen, because if I do that, it's going to put me in a bad position, man. That's what people don't get. You can't do this with a little bit of money. You just can't. And that's why I think all these, they're snitches and cowards and they're all salivating and seething as usual. And it's like, what are you acting like you're seething for when there's nothing to seethe over? You lost. Bro, it's been over. It's been a wrap. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, this acting like I'm like you, I don't understand. I'm a genius. I don't make mistakes. So I think that's what they think. I think that they think that I would really be slow enough to try to do this in Austin, and
You are
manually make
slow
it
enough.
happen. Like, yeah, so I'm going to go around Austin as Batman so that all the so-called criminals and wannabes and all y'all little, cowards can sit there and snitch on Batman. Why would I do that to myself? Do you see what I'm saying?
Because you're an
Like,
idiot.
there's ways to do things, and you have to be smart about
Crave
what
the
you do. I'm
attention.
not going to go out there. I already know I'm Billy Tough Guy. I'm not going to go out there and just do things and not expect these people to snitch. You understand? Like, nah, bro.
You're
Yeah,
not
that's what
tough.
I'm saying. You have to be smart. That's what I'm saying. You do that in like a
Sticky. Excuse me. Do you want to see me wear a melted fucking wig next stream?
major city and across the nation. You got to have a huge budget,
We'll talk
because
about
when
that.
somebody snitches, right? Like I said, you may have to go to court. You go to court, you got to have money, and you'll win. You'll win the case every time. You understand? It is what it is. And the fact is that a lot of these people, they get online and they run their mouth and they all rah rah. I don't have to explain it to you. You understand? There's enough fear of Batman that like people aren't going to do nothing because they can't. That's just the truth. Best way I can
Nobody's
explain it.
scared of you, Joey.
But like I said,
I can build a
I could
mountain.
try it, but I'm telling you, that's what would happen. Like in Austin, in a city like Austin, that's exactly what would happen. People would start telling, right? And whatever happens, because things go down. I mean, Austin is pretty rough, man. That's what y'all don't get. Like, people don't have a
Fucking
clue
right.
who I am. Some people do, but not everybody. And it's probably a new crowd, and there's foreigners moving in, and people,
Whoa, 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 whoa. If you don't have a approval of who I am, let's go.
and you'll win. You'll win the case every time. You understand? It is what it is. And the fact is that, a lot of these people, they get online and they run their mouth and they all rah rah. I don't have to explain it to you. You understand? There's enough fear of Batman that like people aren't going to do nothing because they can't. That's just the truth. Best way I can explain it. But like I
Oh,
said,
he actually thinks
I
people
could
are
try
scared
it,
of him.
but I'm telling you, that's what would happen. Like in Austin, in a city like Austin, that's exactly what would happen. People would start telling, right? And whatever happens, because things go down. I mean, Austin's pretty rough, man. That's what y'all don't get. Like, people don't have a clue who I am. Some people do, but not
You seem
everybody.
to
And it's
forget
probably a
we
new
have a
crowd, and there's
shamrock and she'll
foreigners
find
moving
you
in,
in
and
any
people from
city.
Cali and all these different states, and they're not going to
You're
know who
still
they're
going to
dealing with.
tell.
So you get a Batman in the street, there might be stuff that
Guys,
happens
he's
and goes
still
down. It could
going.
happen anytime, and you don't know how many people are going to be involved, who's there, what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to put myself in that position because I'm smart, right? even though I'm real and I've
No, you're
always done
not.
the real thing, right? Like I said, that's a whole other environment. That's a bridge that we cross at a certain point when we have the money, because to try to do that without the budget is not smart. Because all they're going to have to do is run and tell and go snitch. They're going to be a soldier boy run and tell them like TJ and these other fools on these panels, right? And they're going to go soldier boy run and tell them, and they're going to say, yeah, Batman, blah blah blah, right? Like all y'all canaries do. You see my point? And then all of a sudden Batman's got problems and more issues, and like, nah, bro. See, over here, you want to know why people are mad? You want to know why they act and pretend? Because they know they're losing. You want to know why they're so mad? Because not only am I a gangster, but I approach everything smart and legally, so I never get myself in legal trouble.
Who's
I never have
mad?
any paperwork. I'm always free. I'm always good because I know what I'm doing and I'm a genius and I outsmart everyone. Even the evil bad people and even the evil whatever agencies, evil corrupt whoever gangs, I outsmart everyone. That's what people don't get. That's the point of being Batman. So, like I told you, I'm not. If I go to Austin, it would just be to chill. I'm not doing the Batman thing in Austin full scale unless I get the fun.
Yeah, thank you, Sticky. That was fun. I'm gonna take a quick second to say, hey, smoke 'em if you got them. I need to crack a fucking a 394 Smith Pale Ale.
All right. Well, I'm going outside to smoke
Yeah, I'm gonna
this.
smoke some pot.
Me too.
Do it.
You mean
Do whatever you want to do.
you're not drinking Keystone, Sheriff?
Oh, I doubled down.
What the hell? No wonder
It's
you're
Memorial
drunker
Day
than normal. I
weekend.
noticed.
What are you drinking? Like some Pabst Blue Ribbon, or what you got going on over there?
This one I have. Hold on, let me turn my fucking camera on. For fuck's sakes, Star Cam. It's all fucked up. Is it working?
Helps to
Actually,
share the screen too, Sheriff.
hold
Oh
on.
God, this whole thing's gonna come to a screeching halt.
No,
Uh,
I've been fucking rearranging shit all day, so it's
excuses, Sheriff.
394. It's called 394 Pale Ale. It was the
Okay.
year that the Major League Baseball went under strike. And Tony Gwynn, God rest his soul, he was on pace to beat the Major League record of 404 batting percentage that Ted Williams hit. And he was on pace. But league went on strike and he was at 394. So they made a brewery to brew a beer to honor him fucking when he died. So
Were you
hey,
showing us on cam? Were you supposed to cam up and show us the beer?
I did.
You didn't. You didn't share the screen. We're just watching Tyree and Daniel kiss.
Ah, son of
And
a!
as erotic and sensual as that is,
I
Why'd
was
you tell him, Jacob?
Shut up! I was watching my thumbnail video. God damn it! Fuck you guys.
Sorry, people. I don't think I know some of you know, but
Professional
me,
streamer.
Nega, and Sheriff, we're actually friends. So
Yeah. Let's
yeah,
do it.
there you go.
Fuck y'all. All right, let's go.
Funding. I have to have the money. I have to have the budget. I have to have the funding, because I would have to literally, like I said, no, I make a
then
career
you
popping
have to
out.
get
I
a
do have
job,
the audacity to
motherfucker.
say, when did you pop out, bro? I make a career popping
Yeah.
out. What are you talking? Except when I pop out, it's real. You don't even know the terminology you're using. What are you talking about, bro? That's exactly how Batman moves. It's what's fair. Come on, bro. Gorilla, you ain't getting it, bro. I'm completely trained, bro. I'm highly trained better than any soldier, any Navy SEAL, any Marine, any military, any Army. I'm trained better than all of them put together. That's the point. You understand? So it's like, nah, you need a budget, man, because that's the whole point. That's the way Batman moves, like a trained elite soldier that the world has never seen and isn't ready for and isn't used to. So Batman, that's exactly what he does. He just pops up at unexpected times and on different blocks and different areas, and then he's
What, like a
gliding,
hooker out of
flying,
a
and
birthday
climbing
cake?
stuff.
What
And
do you mean
y'all
pop?
don't get. I'm trying to get so strong that
Professional
I can be able to
streamer,
climb up
Sticky.
buildings
Fuck
and
you.
scale buildings. That's what all this is about, bro. This training has to be this rigorous, and I have to keep pushing because I'm not anywhere near satisfied. I still want to get a whole nother point. I will say I'm making some progress because you can see I'm holding my body vertically in the air a lot easier. I'm doing the whole lift. I'm just holding it for a little bit. The holding it is irrelevant. It's
Yeah,
just
but
about can you lift your
you're
body.
not
If I hold my
counting
body
in
and hold my
gravity,
body,
Joey.
that's
The
all that
higher
matters.
up you go, the more
All the other
forces
stuff is
pull
just
down on
for
you.
show and to look cool. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But as long as
DZ.
I can
So go
hold it,
try
that's
that up
what
a
matters,
building
because
next
those are
time.
the
Go
type
do
of
your
movements
little
that I'm going
exercises
to have
off
to
the
be
top
doing.
of that
If
parking
if
garage
I
and
end up
film
having
it,
to
please.
climb buildings and stuff, like I said, all this stuff has to be made. The grappling thing has to be made. It has to be made legally the right way, where it looks like something, that's just whatever willy nilly. You know what I mean? Everything has
All
to
right,
be
I'm
created
focused.
and built. You need money. You got to have a budget. It just is what it is, and that's the thing. Once I do get my hands on any money, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. Because I got the whole blueprint in my mind. I'm a genius. I'm gonna go right to work on this stuff, and I'm gonna be at another level immediately. Immediately, the minute Christina's with me, like if Christina drove up right now, was with me in person, and she said, "Hey, I have this money," right? Do you understand what time it is? What? Do you
I
understand how
understand
fun
that'll
it's gonna
never
be for
happen.
all these people who was running their mouth? For me, oh, I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna have a field day, bro. Do you not get it? You talking about an invincible soldier, Batman, God soldier at that, right? Who's scared of nothing basically. And I'm not even gonna say that. Like I have fear. I've studied fear. That's what it said in the video too. It's not about not having
You're
fear
scared
or
of
being
your own
fearless.
shadow,
That's
Joey.
that's a lie. It's about using your fear, which is what I do, and manipulating it and understanding it. That's what y'all will never understand. But I will say that I am pretty fearless. I mean, they told me that too, so I think it's kind of a combination of both. But
Oh, fuck.
I think we just feel different.
Let's listen to that real quick.
God soldier at that,
Holy shit.
right? Who's scared of nothing basically. And I'm not even going to say that. Like I have fear. I've studied fear. That's what it said in the video too. It's not about not having fear or being fearless.
I've studied fear.
That's a
That's
lie.
what it said.
It's about using your fear, which is what I do, and manipulating it and understanding it. That's what y'all will never understand. But I will say that I am pretty fearless. I mean, they told me that too, so I think it's kind of a combination of both. But I think
My dad told me I'm not fucking retarded.
we just feel differently.
Oh, his dad is a
But
liar.
I feel everything. I'm smart and tactical about how I move and what I do and how I react and respond, though. Like a true warrior would be God's warrior. That's what I am. So, at the end of the day, like I said, the minute I get this money, man, get ready, bro, because I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna have a
Yeah.
field day. It's gonna be
I'll
so
hold my
fun, bro.
breath.
Real talk. But that's what I'm saying. They don't have the money. Like anything I need, if I need additives to the suit, if something goes wrong, if I have some problem, anything that
Additives?
happens. Like let's say the suit got messed up because I got into something somewhere, right? If I tell Christina, hey yo, like I gotta get this part replaced or something, so I'm gonna have to run over here. Like I'm gonna be telling her everything. We're probably gonna have 2 GoPro cameras on me front and back, probably be mic'd up so she can hear me. And then, I'll probably be on
Sir,
a
this
feed
is
where we
Walmart.
have
We're just
cameras
trying
and
to
a
exchange
Batmobile,
what
like,
we see.
or on a Batpod or a motorcycle to start. Like, we're gonna have all that, bro. That's what y'all don't
You
understand.
can't
It's
ride a
all coming.
motorcycle, Joey.
That's what I'm
You will
saying. Like, if the
die.
suit, something happens, whatever, I go replace a part, whatever I need to do.
Get a
And then,
motorcycle,
like I said,
Joey.
I'm gonna be talking and negotiating and discussing it with companies to where I think a company is gonna end up building a suit for me. I mean, why would they not want to do it? But that's going to be the one that costs quite a bit of money, and I'm not spending no crazy price, that we don't have. I'm
Because
going
the
to,
company's going to
keep
put the
everything within budget.
liability of
But
putting a
I'm going to talk
fucking
to some
mongoloid in
companies
a
and
quote
probably,
unquote
maybe even
bulletproof
to, I don't
bat
know,
suit to run
even we
around
got
the
to talk to
city.
the
That'd be
military
a
because I got
huge
to figure out how all the
liability.
technology works too. And I'm sure some of them wouldn't mind if they gave me a tour or educated me on some of the stuff and technology because the paneling they use is what I need. Stuff like that. The vehicles, the terrain, like that. A lot of it in Batman had a military element. So I'm gonna definitely be talking to military people, whether I like it or not. You know what I mean? Because I was targeted by the military
Ladies and
industrial
gentlemen,
complex, but
he's
I still have
still
to
going.
discuss these things
We're
with
20
military. I
minutes
don't really lump
behind.
them all into the same thing though,
We've been live
because they're
for
really
an
not.
hour and
Not everybody's aware of
43
everything.
minutes.
You know what I mean? So it's just like dealing with Masons. It's the same thing. Not every Mason, I'm sure, knows what's going on, and all this conspiracy stuff and what's happening. So a lot of people are just ignorant to what they're a part of, So it's like, all that has to be elements in what I'm building. Feel me? But like I said, I'm gonna have a field day, bro. And that's the thing. I ain't got no time to talk to nobody on YouTube and have conversations with peon peasants who are below me. I got to do my job, bro. I got a job to do, man. The only time I'll be going on YouTube and the only time I would be doing any talking is just basically to have fun or to figure out what's going on for the next moves that I'm making. That's about it. And if I get concerned enough about any of you people on here and think you're really like trying to be a worthy so-called villain, that's
So
about the
you're
only time I
worrying
would really
about
pay
YouTube.
attention and be concerned.
Okay.
Other than that, you're all irrelevant. I'm just saying the truth. You've been irrelevant. Y'all were never a part of my story, bro. So that's gonna make them real mad. Yeah, get triggered and pressed and lashed out because y'all stay triggered and pressed. Quit projecting and just sit down and be quiet, bro. Y'all was literally online all day, bro, doing nothing, bro. Even your own people are telling you like he told the dude. I heard him say it. He was like, y'all are sad, man. Now he's trying to give y'all pep talks and he does the same thing, projecting, like saying put downs, but you're a part of all that too. You just like him. You know better.
Who is he talking
You know?
about?
That's the thing.
TJ?
You people's goal is struggling and begging for donos every.
What's up?
Was he just talking about TJ?
Fuck.
Because he's like, you were telling all these people they pathetic. Now you doing it too.
Let me scroll back.
For the
Yeah,
next
scroll
moves
back.
that I'm making. That's about it. And if I get concerned enough about any of you people on here and think you're really like trying to be a worthy so-called villain, that's about the only time I would really pay attention and be concerned. Other than that, you're all irrelevant. I'm just saying the truth. You've been irrelevant. Y'all were never a part of my story, bro. So that's gonna make them real mad. Yeah, get triggered and pressed and lashed out because y'all stay triggered and pressed. Quit projecting and just sit down and be quiet, bro. Y'all was literally online all day, bro, doing nothing, bro. Even your own people are telling you like he told the dude. I heard him say it. He was like, y'all are sad, man. Now he's trying to give y'all pep talks and he does the same thing, projecting, like saying put downs, but you're a part of all that too. You just like him.
DZ.
You know better. You know, that's the thing. You know, you people's goal is struggling and begging for donos every day and donations. And if he doesn't get his way, then he starts, belittling and ridiculing. And your goal in life is to get some Taco Bell, right, and be miserable, which is okay. I don't have nothing against that. I mean, sometimes that really is what life's about. Sometimes just getting some Taco.
Well, hey, go back. Go back.
No,
Go
hold
back
on.
10
No,
seconds.
I will.
Yeah.
Sticky
Tell
here
me no.
proclamating that we were sniping them earlier. No, dude, you were late for work. You restreamed. You weren't sniping. There's a difference.
Oh, Sheriff.
Yeah.
Not a good look on you there, bud. Don't talk to Sticky like that.
Stay triggered and pressed. Quit projecting and just sit down and be quiet, bro. Y'all was literally online all day, bro, doing nothing, bro. Even your own people are telling you like he told the dude. I heard him say it.
Love
He's
you,
like, y'all
buddy.
are sad, man. Now he's trying to give y'all pep talks and he does the same thing, projecting, like saying put downs, but you're a part of all that too. You just like him. You know better. You know, that's the thing. You people's goal is struggling and begging for donos every day and donations. And if he doesn't get his way, then he starts, belittling and ridiculing.
All right, I'll eat my words. Yes, you did. I'll eat my words. All right. So like half a fine.
And your goal in
There'll
life
be
is to
no
get some Taco
fine.
Bell, right, and be miserable, which is okay. I don't have nothing against that. I mean, sometimes that really is what life's about. Sometimes just getting some Taco. I would love some Taco Bell right now. It's hard for me to get, so I get it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Like people can do their thing. I let him do his thing. That's why I
Yes,
don't tell him
Blue.
nothing. But
He
I'm just
is.
saying, you know, everything you tell other people applies to you too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to act like you have the right mentality, you should have turned a new leaf.
At
You
least
know what
I
I'm
have a
saying? Like
belt
the
on my
money that you
britches
get donated,
above
instead
the
of just
waist.
sitting there and being selfish, like I said, you could have been said, hey, yo, I'm going to donate some to him and tell him,
Good.
yo, I truly apologize. I want to
Good,
change as a
Sticky.
person.
I like
Like they
when
could
we
do that.
win,
Any of y'all could send a
which
true
we always
apology
do.
donation anytime you want. Make it something sufficient though. You see what I'm saying? Action
No,
speaks
I
louder than
got
words. Don't
nothing
send me
like it.
$10 and say I'm sorry. That's some corny fake stuff. Send me like
I
at
would
least
never
50 to
send
100
anything
to
or say
1,000
sorry.
and be like, you know what? I want to try to make up for all the drama I caused you and nonsense and negative things I said out my mouth. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. So like I said,
Oh
What did he say?
my,
What the fuck
no.
was that?
Send 50 to 100 to
man,
1,000. Don't just send $10 and say
like you
sorry.
can't hold
Make
on
it
to
worth a
grudges, man.
while for
Especially
putting me
when
through all this.
you're the only one who feels that way. I don't have grudges with nobody. I forgave everybody. So if you see me excelling and still thriving in some manner, even if it's not completely financially right now yet, maybe you should pay attention to that. Right?
No.
See my point?
Well, we're laughing
Life
at
is
it.
life, man. Life has to be taken seriously, man. That's my whole point why I don't deal with people like that, because
Well, nega,
I
let
ain't never liked
Sticky
people like
know
that
I
that thought
have
everything was a joke.
gone
I've had to tell
live
people
while
that. I've
out
had
in
to
the
defend
wild.
people like that and had to explain to them, like, bro, like you on my nerves. Like I'm sitting here
You're gonna have to
protecting
put
you,
a
and
GoPro
you think
belt
everything
on,
is a
dude.
game. Like, things are not a game, bro. People don't understand. I put myself in real, what's way before. I put myself in some situations for people
Freedom
that
knew
I
what's
knew
way.
what could have happened
Like
to
a
me and what was
Folgers
coming to me,
commercial.
and I still did it for people. So people are ungrateful in this world, man. I've saved people's lives on YouTube, saved their life right in front of them. I'm grateful, bro. I
How?
don't sweat it because, like I said, it's meant to be. I'm not meant to deal with those people. Those people are not good enough for me, and I'm aware of that. I understand my value. I understand mistakes I've made, and that some of these things I think had to happen for me to learn lessons. I understand that. I understand that life is hard. I understand it.
All right, here's the moment of reckoning right now. I'm creeping up at an hour and 49 minutes and 46 seconds live right now. I had hour of 50 minutes free time coming into the stream. So, all right, we're going to just free ball it.
It's not all peachy keen. I understand it doesn't all work the way I want it to. If it worked the way I wanted it to, the only person I would have ever been with was Christina, and same for her. You know, it's one of the things I go through mentally. You know, like I mean, it's just a hard thing for me to deal with or accept. Like I want my woman to only be with me, ever at any point. That's just how I am.
She's gonna get.
You know what I mean?
They're
I
gonna
think
ride
a
trains
real
on her
man
while
should
you're
be
out
like that.
Batman.
Like I said, there ain't no real men. I'm getting emotional and stuff and almost crying. I care about Christina. I love her more than
Good.
anything. Like I said, it ain't about no
That's
money.
weird.
It's about true love. She knows it. You know, she makes me happy, man. She's the only person that really makes me laugh genuinely, to be honest. And I mean,
Oh,
really laugh.
fuck.
She's funny too. She's making me laugh. She says
Got a
things that
sandwich
are hilarious.
sign on my
I've
neck.
never had anybody really make me laugh like that. You know, that's when you can tell that somebody's really special. You can just feel it, their energy and how it affects you. I've never had anybody, literally, I've never had anyone make me feel the way that she does. That really is true. You know, everybody else was kind of like a robot. That's the sad truth
Said
that
the
they
same
acted fake.
thing to Jenny.
Everybody else acted like a robot. Didn't know everybody else was super fake and catty and annoying. People weren't they weren't making me laugh genuinely. They didn't put me in a good mood. She'll always put me in a
I
good
don't
mood,
think he knows
and
what
she's
caddy
just
means.
her energy is just soft and nice and loving. She's just amazing. You know, never would we have an issue. I don't even think we would have an argument. You know, and when we do, it's just because I'm a human being and I'm trying to get her to understand I'm a human being. Like, you know, I'm really going through it sometimes. Like I'm still really going through it, and I don't deserve that. I deserve to be happy. You know, like I said, it don't make no sense, man. You look at Jamila on here; she sits there, she asks for money, and these weird people give her money. But I'm on here asking for money every day. Don't none of these people give me a dime. See the point?
Because she has
Y'all
people
bail
that
her out
like
and let her
her,
Nice.
when she's
and
making wrong
nobody likes
decisions. It's
you,
just the truth,
Joey.
and I'm not against it. It's all good, but you know, I don't have nothing against Jamila. I wish her the best. I hope she does well, truly. You know, no matter what her position is, or despite her weird nuances and copying me and all that, whatever. You know, I still wish her well and hope she's doing good. I hope everybody's cool and okay and doing good. But I'm just saying, nobody sent me money. You know, nobody helped me. And some of these people, they say they have a little bit of money to throw around. I mean, I don't get that, you know, because the way it should work is the people that like the dude over there that they claim has money, right? Right. Number one, I just don't agree with anything he's ever done. Right. Number two, like I just think he's weird. But number three, he was the one who was jealous of me and said he don't look like no millionaire, which I, in the spitting resemblance of the only millionaire, I'm the only self-made trillionaire ever existed, still the Dayton equity. So it's
Wow.
like, yeah, you may have some money, sir, but you don't have anywhere near the equity I have, and you never will. And you could try to play catch up, but you know it'll never happen. And money doesn't make you happy. That's why you're still miserable because you look in the mirror and you see, you know, chubs, and you see that you're not in shape, and you see that you're not a man, and you have to look at that image, and you're empty every day. You know, and when people like you get money, they're really more miserable. I wish you the best. I hope that you know start to do better, and I hope that you know feel better as a person about yourself. But you can just tell that these people don't like themselves. But my point is, he said that you know if you wanted to be righteous and really change your life and fix things and become a better person, because you're one of the most horrible people I've ever witnessed, seriously. And you know who I'm talking to on here. I mean, why wouldn't he do that? If you claim you a businessman or
All right, we have another conversation going on here between Dizzy and Sticky about Joey crying. And this has come up the other day because when I was streaming him the other night, he did end one. And I swear to fuck, I would put money on it that he was, you get that moment
Yeah,
of
he
emotion.
admitted to getting teary eyed when he was riding his bat scooter dressed as Batman, and he's like, I got emotional. I had to pull
Yeah.
over and cry because I was just so proud. And then there's two different video clips of him. There's two different video clips of him crying because he got cheated on. The one where he was in the car and he's like, I pulled up and there was that truck there, and I know you're fucking that guy in your hand job hut massage parlor because I'm dating a hooker. And then when that one in the red cap when he was crying, and we all had a good laugh at that.
And that's where he's going right now with the just exhausted fucking depression stage.
I just wish Christina would pull the trigger already so we could see him balling.
All right, let's go.
a gangster is smart, a gangster would make an investment into Batman because he would say, "This is a real Batman, and I can utilize this guy, and I can get him to number one to protect me, and I can have him do what he needs to do, and you know
He's
win
still
against the
going.
unrighteous." But you know he clearly has always been unrighteous, so he would have to turn a new leaf to do that. If not, he's just another villain with whatever little money he has. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got some money and some bread don't mean give you value. That doesn't mean anything, especially to people like us.
Remember that,
We've
Joey.
seen money our whole lives. We've been having money, bro. We've been having things. That's the difference.
Okay,
We've
And like
so
I
been
said, this was a
having
different period. This was a stagnation.
What's up, Sham?
pause it, share.
I did.
I can't put it in the chat because I don't have a wrench. I was gonna post the crying video.
Well, type
Well,
something in the
make a comment
type,
so he can, so he can wrench
type
you.
something in the chat right now.
Matter of fact, sure. Why don't you just cut to the chase and wrench everybody, dude?
I
That's
don't know
what
how to do it,
Shamrock
but I'll
does.
do it if she posts something right now. I'll do it right now. Fucking Shamrock, hold on. Put user in timeout, ban.
Oh fuck off!
What? Hold on a second.
No, you're drunk. You're gonna fuck this up.
It's
No. What do you
Don't
need?
block
Fuck it.
Shamrock on accident.
Why is? All right. What was it you were asking? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What?
okay. Okay. Uh I can't post, guys, but there are Tyree. I was gonna post the Tyree Sneed crying videos.
Post it backstage. Post it backstage for him.
Okay, here's one, and then this is the longer version of the first one, with a fantastic song done by somebody we know named Unknown Roaster, and he's crying like this because Ashley left him.
I love it. Stop fucking other guys.
Let me see.
Period that they say just ended. I think it ended like today. Real talk. So like I'm supposed to be turning a new leaf, but you know I'm not going to rush or tell anyone to hurry up. I'm being patient and waiting on God's divine timing, man. You know God can deliver in His own time. I'm going to be patient and keep my mouth shut, straight up. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
you are,
there's
bitch.
people that have money, man. There's people who could help, man. You know what I mean? Because you know my potential. It's not potential because I live up to
What?
it. You know what I'm capable of. You know what I can do. If I just had sponsors and people that wanted to back me
Nega, do you
financially,
have a wrench?
donating here and supporting me financially consistently. If we gave
No,
me some
but I
leash
can't
and financial
comment. I'll
backing,
do it
that's
on the
actually
next
money.
stream.
Sending me like,
I'll
here's
remind him because
500
if I
bucks.
back out here,
I'm
I
gonna
might
send
get
you
kicked
another in
out.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Stuff like that. If people would do that, and a smart man would, right, and say whatever, you could say, I want to be involved in what you're doing. I want to have a conversation, man to man, about it, and I want to see how I can help you. And if they have money, they should be like, I don't even want nothing back. You know what I mean? I want to see you do this because you're taking it very seriously and it's
Hey,
helping people.
Sticky, I just
What I do saves lives, man.
pasted the
That's the
link
truth
in
at the end of the day. So I mean, I'm just
the
saying, I'm the
Discord. Can
mirror.
you
I'm
please
showing the
post
world
it
how
in this
hypocritical
chat
they
right
are. I'm
here?
showing the world that you all claim to be fans, but you're fake. It's all fake
These
and
two
fake love and
videos.
catty. You know, you still look at me like I'm a caricature, a character. You think this is entertainment. You're not looking at me and treating me as a human being. And that's my issue with the world.
I'm never going to do
You
that.
understand? My issues with the world are irrelevant because the world is irrelevant to me. I don't care what the world does and what they think.
So why are you
I
trying
don't
to
care about a
save it,
bunch of sheep.
stupid?
You feel
Or
me? Oh, I
why is
care
that
about
part of
you.
your
I just
delusion?
don't care what you think or what you want to
Because
say
I keep
about me or
my,
to me.
my
I don't care
bikes
about
here
that
on
stuff.
Earth. I got to save
I
them.
agree with that stuff a long time ago. And see, that's the reason why I don't do panels and I'm not going to have people come over here and start rambling when I drop a link. I don't do that. I talk calmly because you're going to give me all the time in the world. You're not going to rush me. You're going to let me respond as a grown man. You speak, give me ample time to respond so I can tell you where I'm coming from. A lot of these people, man, they clearly don't want to hear reality, man. And that's just super immature that they're like, la la la, I don't want to hear it, putting their fingers in their ears so they cannot hear, like, what I'm saying, like super immature, like I don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear reality. That's too bad. You're gonna hear reality nonstop, common sense. It's not because of you, it's just that's what I spit and who I am and what we're supposed to do here. It's God's will is reality. What?
We're going to hear
Like I
reality.
said,
What
man,
are you going to
simple
play
have to
someone
make
else's
sense when you
stream,
talk.
Tyree?
If you don't have nothing to say, be quiet. Feel me? Like if you scared, admit you scared. If you have a point, say your point. But you have to be respectful. That's not an option with me. Everybody knows that. So, like I said, now there's no more games because I'm waking up to the fact that apparently everybody wants to play games on the internet. Like, okay, that shows me that all y'all will always fail, and that's why you always have because you don't take yourself seriously. That's all that shows. Is no, if you act silly on the internet like a clown, then that's
I'll
how
be
you
right
live
back,
your life.
guys.
That's a fact. This is the
All
same
right.
thing. This is reality. It's the same thing as reality. If you all go online and you act a fool, that's how you do everything else, and that's why y'all fail. You answered your own question. Y'all are the problem. You've always been the problem. You're your own problem. You're your own worst enemy and worst nightmare. Well, I'm the worst nightmare. You're your own worst enemy. But like I said, man, I just want some normal, real money, man. Like, so I can do what I want to do, bro. Like, you know, for me, I don't know. I just want to do things the right way. You know, that's the thing. Like me, I'm an adventurer, man. Like I like going on adventures. Like I said, I wouldn't care. I don't mind going to different cities I ain't from and staying in a shelter and stuff. But it's like at this point, as crazy as the world is, and with everything going on, why would I do that to myself? I don't need to. I don't have to. Why would I do that? Unless I really have to, there's no need to do that because it's going to put me in a bad position, and then anything can happen. You know what I mean? God got me. I ain't worried. But it's like even in Minneapolis, bro, it was rough, bro. I had to hold my own in there. It wasn't rough to me because I'm pretty good at holding my own. Like, you know, that's the thing. Like one of the dudes, he liked me. He was helping me. I left. I came back. He still went out of his way to help me, which was cool of him because I was trying to get like a certain bunk, and I told him that I had to go handle something and come back, and I did. So like people like me, man. Real people like me, man. I kind of miss him too. He was a good dude. And then after I left, I found out later they fired him, and I'm like, yeah, sounds about right because there was a group that was the same thing, hating. You get what I'm saying? That's another thing too that's going to be investigated, buddy. In case you didn't know, yeah, those shelters that I know y'all called. That's why they targeted me while I was eating breakfast. Yep, you told on yourself. Every move that the Red Triangles have made, they told on themselves. Y'all are not smart or wise at all, bro. Y'all funny as hell,
And
man.
yet we always
Like straight up,
win.
bro. And even if I don't have documentation of it, like if the emails delete themselves or something because they're in spam, who cares? I mean, fact is, y'all are getting your justice and karma no matter what through God. And like court is irrelevant. These
Yes,
people are dealing with way
he's
worse
still
karma than
going.
court or jail time or prison. Seriously, they're already suffering. They're already going through tons of karma. Like I said, then people created their own hell. Let them deal with it. That's their justice and karma. I'm content with that. I'm satisfied, more than satisfied. Feel me? Nah, court is just and jail time and prison time for y'all. I mean, for some of you, it's still necessary, and like they said for this cycle, but it's the extra whipped cream on the Sunday, because I know God is not going to let nobody get away with nothing, especially towards me. Atrocities towards
Ice
me,
cream and
nah,
whipped
that's going to
cream
get you
on
karma from
Sunday.
God immediately, instant karma, nonstop for every generation. Real talk, it won't be just you either.
Are you
God
gonna
will
play
literally
those
do it
links
to
Shamrock
every
sent you?
single generation that comes from you. hmm Yeah, your entire lineage.
Okay, yeah, I got him. What was the dude? I had a lot going on. Fucking click, 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 looking, trying to listen
She
to you
put it
guys.
backstage.
Yeah, I know. I got him. What was that trying
All
to
right, well,
segue to?
the
What was it
it was
segueing
good.
to?
It was she was sending you videos of him crying
Okay.
because we were talking about crying like 15 minutes ago.
All right, let's get this one. Let's put that. And fucking pause. Fucking, what window is that? Fuck. All right, here's one. I figured it. Sorry. Fuck, dude.
It's all right, man. Relax. You ever see the movie Powder?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Thinking of you, confused and mad as hell. That we're through. Why won't you change your mind?
His eyes moving independently.
I'm amazing, you regret it.
I'm trying.
I'm the only one that truly loves you.
It's like
Lifting
tears
my
kissing that
way.
Kanzi.
Ashley, you remember when I made
Sneed
threats
punch.
to
Sneed punch.
you?
Sneed punch.
Baby, you
Sneed punch. Sneed punch.
deserve
B,
it.
B,
You're
B, A, 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 B,
hiding
B,
from
A,
the
A.
king.
Oh my god.
Scared
I'm
I'll
getting beat by a
find
black
you,
cow. Help.
kill your
Oh.
Oh,
whole
fuck my ribs.
family. You're possessed by demonic energy.
Look how he's hunched over.
I quit, dog. I fucking quit.
I'm gonna go get my blanket.
All right, that's that. All right, what was
I
the
mean, all you
other
do
one?
is get them done binge.
And my Dallas
You
Stars.
delete all you.
Oh, what the fuck? That don't want that on there.
I hope you didn't lose the place, Sheriff.
How? I don't think so. The other one. Let's go here. Rewind. What's the name? Unknown.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
Share screen. Okay.
The wall looks awfully empty without a shroud hanging down from it.
One day you'll see what it's like without me. You may not love me, but I love you every day, Ashley.
He's crying.
Yeah, maybe one day you'll see what it's like without me. You may not love me, but I love you every day, Ashley.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
That was amazing. Hey. All right. Share screen. Fucking. What was it? I need the public.
Oh my God! You didn't say. Oh, holy shit!
No, we're good.
Or simply take pride in tackling your own outdoor projects.
Okay, good. Play.
No, listen to that one. Will you fucking train wreck me, dude?
Well, dude, you know, I figured
I
you would
was
have learned
steering the
something from
ship.
Sticky. Sticky, we need your help, bro.
I was steering the ship.
Yeah, the Titanic.
I need the public.
You will be cursed. Yeah, God will be on your entire
It will
lineage.
fucking
I told
kill
these people
you.
this. Y'all don't listen. My first words, I gave the exact words. I told people what it was. I said, go against me. And I told them what reality is. And they didn't listen. Now you're living it. Have fun. You know, it is what it is.
Everything's going great. What are you talking about?
But I mean, I think a lot of the karma is
Yes,
deserved.
he's still going.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's not so much an enjoying feeling. It's just a like, there you go. You know, like there is a God. I know there's a God, but you know, it's like there's God delivering. Like there has to be some righteousness and fairness in this world, man. You know, like there you go. They finally got what the hell they deserved forever. You know, good bad people deserve what they get, man. Everybody feels like that. Steve felt like that. He said that a million times. Steve's expressed a million times, you know, how he really felt. And he said the truth. I'm not going to say it word for
Tammy
word because
train
it's pretty
wrecked
ugly,
me,
but
and then
it's the
she
truth.
fucking did an
He
Irish.
said what it is. Steve couldn't stand none of y'all.
She
Steve
said she was leaving. She said she'll be back.
delivering what they all deserve every day. That's why I just, you know, watch
Don't
and
blame Shamrock for this.
whatever, you know. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. You know. So like I said, me, I'm gonna keep doing me, man. Hopefully some people will start donating and showing some support. It's all financial, man. We just need finances and I can get this off the ground, you know, but I really just can't wait for Christina to be with me and can't wait to have a, you know, enough money and a decent amount, you know, we'll have tons obviously, but I just can't wait to have enough to, you know, go to like Fuddruckers. I want to go to like Austin and go to Fuddruckers and stuff like that, you know. That's my point. Like when
Living the
when
dream,
I have
dog.
the budget and I do the Batman thing in Austin while we're there, we'll be building businesses. Like I'll have to set a time out to do the Batman stuff, and when I do it, it'll be 100% legit, and she'll see everything. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, I mean, probably going to try to talk to all the people there and somewhat try to let them know what I'm doing. You know, like if I can, like give them the channel at least something, so at least they're somewhat aware that I'm there. You know, like that's another thing that I may actually try to do. I mean, I'm not going to do it all the time, but um, to an extent, yeah, but there shouldn't be too much for me to worry about, man. Like I said, the suits that we should be building when she's with me and we have the budget to do it, should be very protective.
A bunch of fucking
You know, what y'all don't
windows.
understand, I even got to try to figure out, see if there's a way to protect my eyes. I got to see if there's, like, in the suit, we're going to build a new mask for sure. And I was trying to see if maybe I can get some kind of lenses that I can, you know, like the lenses I can toggle between them, and then like no lens and turn on the lens, but the lens would probably be bulletproof. That's what y'all don't get. I'm talking about building real bat suits. We're talking about like lenses over my eyes that are bulletproof too, like all stuff like that. Like your eyes have to be protected too. I mean, they don't have to because I'm swift and I'm quick and I know what I'm doing, but they kind of need to because you just never know. And especially if stuff's moving around, you don't know what might bounce off, ricochet, repel off something. You don't know what can happen. So like, y'all don't get, you know, this is a real thing. There ain't no reservations about it. Like, I'm not going to have too much to worry about.
He's willing to get shot in the eyes wearing a bulletproof bat mask, but he gets scared when a truck drives by blowing exhaust.
That's what y'all don't understand. Like, this is not some joke. This is like making, you know, taking a guy that God told me I'm immortal and the immortal Batman and putting him in an invincible, indestructible suit on top of being immortal. Okay? That the suit has to have like all these things built into it. I got to have the belts. I got to have the whole deal, the whole deal. You understand? So it's like, it's going to be crazy, honestly. You know what I mean? And the belt for Batman, it has little capsules of different components and stuff. And I'm going to have to study and figure out what those might be if I do it like that.
What the fuck?
You understand? Like, you got to have all that, bro. Objectivity and deception. Right?
Yeah, remember the original Batman with Adam
like
West?
Something.
He had the little
for the
capsules with like the bat shark
we're initiated,
repellent.
aren't we, Bruce? Right? Objectivity and deception. Great tools for the uninitiated. But we're initiated, aren't we, Bruce? You know, you got to have all that stuff. You understand? So it's like, it's going to be a whole thing, bro. It's going to be to where it doesn't matter. It's going to be just like the cartoons and movies. I'm not, you know, I'm not necessarily letting everybody know everything I'm doing. I'm not trying to be everybody's friend. I'm going to be running around and moving. Okay? Like some stuff I'm probably going to have to run from, not in a scary way, but in a smart way. Self-preservation. You understand? Like, it's just like the cartoon and the movie. But we got to do what we got to do. You know, it's about the objective and what Batman got to do, and that's it. All right? Talk to y'all in a minute, man.
That's holy shit.
Oh, wait. I thought he was still alive. All right. Fuck yeah. We're done.
About fucking time.
Cancel that. Let's go there.
He's yapping them you know what suckers for a minute.
My God. What the fuck was all that? He's very.
What the fuck do you watch when you're on YouTube, man? What? Tell me through your feeds. John Mayer, really?
What's wrong with John Mayer?
Gonna go hang out? You gonna go hang out in front of the mall and fake smoke cigarettes too?
At least I'm not the bully in the arcade without any quarters.
Exactly, but go ahead and turn this off so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Right on, guys. So yeah, that let's pause this. That's my last free stream, so I gotta make the big decision. So I ain't gonna fly a flag. I'm not gonna do it.
Cam up and flip a quarter.
Flip a quarter for what?
Yeah. Heads you get it, tails you don't.
Do I buy it or not?
Yeah.
What do we do to pay for our entertainment? Anyway, guys, chat. Everyone who came in tonight, thank you. 2 hours and 30.
Yep. Later, everybody.
I'm not going to tick it out with anything. We're just going to go get gone. So, that being said, y'all enjoy your fucking holiday weekend. Late. Negasonic, Shamrock, Sticky. I'll talk to y'all.
Later, everybody. And John Mayer sucks.